Anyone knitting?
No, I am. Okay, here we are. Welcome.
Welcome to
Hi,
the Knit Night
everybody.
podcast. Hello, everybody. I'm Jo Bob,
Hello.
and I'm joined today by some great friends. We are going to sit and knit, pop your popcorn, pick up your crafting, and I'm really looking forward to today's chat. Oh, before we do, I want to say thank you to everybody who's been watching our podcast. I don't know why. I don't know why you're listening or watching, because
I know why. Can I say why?
Yes.
Because we're all
Hello,
scared
Neil
of being
James.
talked about.
Oh, scared of being talked about. So the more people we have on the sofa, the better. This is amazing. I want to say thank you for everybody who's returning. I'm very, very surprised at how many people have watched episode 2. I'm actually really shocked at how many people. So if you're new here and you haven't talked to us or talked with us before, please go back and have a look at episode 2. Apparently it's got something really exciting and riveting in it with our chat. Last time I looked, I think it was 1.8 thousand people were looking or watching or listening.
Wow.
A lot of people. For some reason, nobody liked our first episode when I was completely pixelated and under witness protection. But that's okay. I completely understand. So, yes, welcome. Pick up your crafting. Come and have a listen. Talk back to us. Join us in the chat. Send us a message. Join us. Just welcome. Welcome to our ramblings. And please introduce yourselves, guys.
I'm Liz. I'm from New Jersey originally, and now I live in the great state of Nevada, not Nevada, for anybody who thinks they know how to pronounce it. Just putting that out there.
Nevada.
Welcome. No. So welcome back. Good to see everybody. And thank you for our friends for joining us because we love it when they're here.
Yeah.
So that.
Yeah.
And Therese is here.
Yes.
What's up, Therese?
I'm here.
Hi, Therese.
I don't know. What am I supposed to say? I can never remember what I'm supposed to say. Hi. I'm here. I'm here.
Not all here. Possibly not all here.
Say, but I'm here.
Oh,
I'm here.
great. Thank you, Therese,
good
for that.
thing.
I missed you last week.
For me.
And Morgan.
All right, I'm next. I'm Morgan.
Morgan will have
I'm
something
from
insightful to say.
Wisconsin. Yeah, maybe. That's doubtful, though. I'm from Wisconsin, and knitting
Morgan,
fun, all that.
Tell us where we can find you on your beautiful podcast.
That's
Morgan
right.
is-
My pod.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
I was just going to say you had a new episode out.
Yes, I did just upload recently. I'm trying really hard to get better about consistently uploading, because I know it's sometimes frustrating when somebody says, "Oh yeah, I'll see you in a few weeks," and then it's like really, really long time since. But yeah, my channel is the Handmade by Me podcast, and I've been doing a lot of planning, Joe, because somebody said that I needed to host the next knit-along along with Amy of Two Sisters. So
I actually heard you got voluntold.
Well, I mean, yeah, sort of, but that's okay because this is a good.
I heard, but
a new experience for me that I think will be great. So
got voluntold from the chat, no less.
That's right. That's right.
So that's great. And Tara, you also have a podcast. Please tell us a little bit about you today.
Yes, my channel is Yarn, Chicken, and Shit, where I talk about all of my yarn and knitting. I have chickens, and so I'll talk about like my chickens and kind of my homesteading life that we're trying to build. And I also talk a little bit about my faith, and I like to talk about a different Orthodox saint.
Hang on. I honestly cannot read the chat, and I think that might be a good thing.
That one's for you, Joe Bob.
That's a good thing.
For the record, Joe is not homeless. She has a mobile office.
Yes, we are
not a mobile home.
I'm coming to you directly from my very chic mobile office. It's amazing. And Neil
Appreciate her
James,
request.
Mr. Neil James, I believe you have a
Hello.
podcast also.
I do, but I'm the person
No, I
Morgan's
cannot.
talking about. It's been quite a while since I had an episode out. That's because Tabitha. Where's Tabitha? She hasn't come to do an episode with me.
Oh
Well-
my goodness.
Yeah, maybe
Oh.
Tab will join us in the chat.
You see how he's exclusionary. He doesn't want any of us. He just wants Tabitha. Okay, I get it.
I've asked you all,
Well,
I believe.
I've been on his podcast, but it's been a
Yeah,
while.
Liz and Morgan have been on my podcast. It's just
Yeah.
the other three
Oh.
don't want to,
Oh,
do
I'm
you?
not-
I have to
haven't
study
seen-
and take an effing
What?
regulatory exam. Actually, 2 regulatory exams that have absolutely nothing to do with my day-to-day job. And that's what I'm spending my spare time doing.
Mhm.
Studying. Oh, Neil James, I can't be seen with you bigots. Gosh, what do my reputation?
Sorry, excuse me, but Neil is a member of the victim class. So
Yes.
at
Oh,
least for the next 20 minutes
I-
anyway.
I have intersectionality.
what the
So-
what?
Yeah, so as a black woman, I'm a lesbian for the next 20 minutes, I've decided. And for the
Okay.
next 20 minutes, I've decided my pronouns are master and sir. And
Right.
if you don't respect the pronouns, you're a bigot.
You're a bigot, absolutely.
Mm.
I can't be seen with people like
Okay.
that.
Well, I just want
I'm being
to talk
valid.
to you. So okay.
Right. Oh, Tabs, I'm going to
I
send
just
you
won't talk
something
to you.
next week. But it's not for you, it's for my best girlfriend. They hate
Oh,
people from England.
Pirate is from my part of the
Oh.
world, kind of. He
Hey,
lives in the
no.
same vicinity, sort of.
I think that cracks me up that the 2 people we have from England are from the same area.
Yeah.
Well, he might not agree with that because he's from near. Oh, I can't really say. I was just about to give his full address then. No, I wasn't. He's sort of about 40 minutes to an hour's drive away from
Don't
me.
dox him.
Don't
Hmm?
dox him, for goodness sakes. Don't dox him.
Don't
Never,
dox him.
never, ever dox him. No, like I would never mention that he hasn't sent me any yarn from West Yorkshire Spinners yet, but don't dox him.
They do
So,
ship
what about the
internationally, you
tea?
know, Joe.
Tea. What
Oh,
about
yeah,
the tea,
okay.
Joe?
It's all in
Yeah,
your,
we would-
all in the
he
bay,
said we would-
apparently.
he said we would just throw it in the harbor. So what would be the point?
Yeah, in the harbour. So what are we
Yeah.
knitting on, guys? What's happening?
Well,
I missed
that's
you all
what
for
we
2
do.
weeks. I have to
Missed
say,
you.
last week's podcast was highly entertaining. Thank you so much for making me laugh on a day I couldn't join you, but I did watch afterwards, and that's always an option for those of you who want to whine about how long we jibber jabber for. You
Were you
can
having your
always
hair done? Is that why you weren't here?
That's
What
right.
did you
She had
do?
to get her hair done. You had to get your hair done, Joe.
Yes, I had
Yeah.
to get my hair done. I am breaking stereotypes today, Neil James. I am breaking all of them. I am really done with the they, them, us, them business and all the pronouns. So I have blue hair. What does that
'Cause
mean?
nobody has
Nothing.
blue hair. You're the only person in the entire world who has blue hair. Wow, you're so different. I'm so honored to know you.
No,
Oh,
she's channeling
Speaking
the
of-
Knitmore girls. That's what she's
no,
doing.
not the Knitmore girls. I don't know the Knitmore girls. You know who I'm channeling, Neil? Mrs. Slocum. Mrs. Slocum.
So is it going to be pink next week? Lilac the week after? Lemon the
Yes.
week after that? Yeah.
Oh, I love Mrs. Slocum. That's
Do
just
the
such a great
Americans know
memory.
who Mrs. Slocum is?
No,
Probably
no
not.
idea.
I
No
believe
idea.
it
You'll have
was
to
aired
look it up.
over there. I think they did play,
Ah.
but then again, it was in the 70s, so that everyone else might be too young to remember.
Oh,
It's only
true.
us
Tabitha
oldies
would
that
never
might know.
Tabitha will never know who Mrs. Slocum is. Slocum. Look her up. She was a darling of my childhood. The funniest. Oh, how wicked was she? She was
Ooh,
so
and her
cheeky.
pussy.
And her pussy, and that's
Yeah.
that's who I am channeling today, Mrs. Slocum. That's who I was thinking of when I brushed my blue wig out today. What are you
see, I
knitting
thought
on,
you-
guys?
I thought you were channeling Carrie Smith with her blue wig
Right?
and glasses.
No. No. No, sorry. I'm from a different era. I was thinking of Mrs. Slocum when I got up this morning.
Well, you look
You do
lovely,
have
Joe
to
Bob.
look her up. Well, it looks like I'm the only one knitting. Is that what's
I'm
going on
knitting.
here?
Very smart.
have to-
Like,
Sorry. I just cast on a Murder Knits shawl.
Oh, Liz. Hi, Tabitha.
ooh.
Well, the reason
Oh, Tabitha's
is
here. She is, isn't she?
she's in the chat. I'm knitting on my first stock arm cardi, and I got it mostly dotty done, but I'm doing the button bands. So I just
Oh,
picked
I
up for the
heard
one button
Morgan's-
band.
Wow.
Well, this
I
is
heard
I'm going
this-
to do another one.
Yeah, I heard that
I'm
Morgan's
doing another one.
hosting a
Of course you are.
sock knit along.
Why is that, Joe?
That's
Is
what
there
I
a reason that is? Because
Oh, she's amazing. I don't know. She just came up with this. Do you know what? She knows that we have all these stashes of self-striping yarn and no clue what to do with them because they're too pretty to wear on your feet. They're too pretty.
Yeah.
They have to be seen.
Mm.
So
This
But
is
I have
she's
pretty-
come up with this great idea to host a knit along.
this is the sleeves.
Amazing.
That's going to be the
Ooh.
sleeves for my daughter's cardigan here,
That's
and then
really
I'm
cool.
going to make
Oh,
another one for me
so
during the
amazing.
knit along with my Mordor Fun Run yarn from
Oh.
Mustache Yarn that I've been holding on to for a very long time.
So has everyone finished the ranunculi?
Joe's almost done.
I've finished
Oh.
one. Can I show you the
Joe, this is for
one?
you.
I finished.
Am I the only one still slogging away on the first one?
Yes, please do.
No, I haven't even started.
I finished one. I finished one.
Ooh.
I frogged the second one.
So, for my sleeves, Amy, for my sleeves, I just did the knit together, whatever, and
Amy,
then
look.
cast off.
Look, Amy.
Yeah, I just cast off. Look, Amy.
Yeah.
So I just did a very simple. There you go. You can see it better there. I just did a very simple cast off sleeve, cable cast off. I really love it. This took all of the 6 balls, bar a little tiny bit. So maybe I had about, 20 meters left off. No, not even. Maybe even 10 little meters, just a little squiggle left. So I'm very happy, but it took more yarn than I expected, and it fits me perfectly. So that's size 3.
Yay.
And that one fits me perfectly. I mean, I didn't follow it exactly because I just had to do as much rib as I had yarn left. And as I said, I just sort of did a little bit of a balloony sleeve there by doing knit together, knit 2 together, knit 1, and then casting off. So that one's done. Thank you very much. I'm so glad I
Yay.
found Midori. Who's the designer? Midori Hirose?
Hirose, I think. Yeah.
Midori Hirose. Yes. Yeah. So thank you very much for your design. It's lovely. And here's my second one. I started thinking I was only going to use the 5 skeins again, but I had to go back to my stash. I had to seriously go back to my stash and pull out 4 more skeins. So in total, 9 skeins to do a long sleeve. And here we go. It's all the different colours like I told you.
Wow.
The beginning, the pink,
Oh,
plain
I
gold.
like it.
and
I
then
like it.
and then some pale colours.
Oh, look at
And
it.
now I'm up to the last colour, and I'm just doing the whole of the last colour in the twisted rib. So I'm up to, hang on, Amy. I'm up to this last greeny colour with speckles.
Awesome. That's so pretty. I love the stripes.
And then, yeah, well, for the sleeves, I had to go into my really super duper stash. I did have 2 sets of 2 skeins, and they're not exactly the same colour. So I started with the lighter colour at the top, the lighter gold, and now I'm down to the medium gold. And
Nice.
I've really only got 1.5 skeins for each sleeve. So I'm hoping that it's enough. If it's not, well, they'll be shorter sleeves, or I'll have to pull the green off the body perhaps. So I'm almost there, guys. I've just got a half a sleeve to go, a full sleeve to go. and the little bit of couple of inches of ribbing, which will be a whole skein. I've really chewed up 9 skeins to do this, and it's so soft. This baby alpaca, chunky baby alpaca, is the softest yarn I have ever worked with. And it was freezing last night, and I had it on my lap, and I just wanted to put it on, wear it, not knit it. It's just so nice and warm. I love it, guys. So thank you. Thank you for knitting with me.
It goes so well with your hair.
It does. It does. It's really feral.
So do you want to see my forever jumper that's going to take me for the rest of my life?
Of course we do.
I think Joan.
I've done a lot. I've done the sleeves. The sleeves are done.
Oh yeah.
I did the I did the I-cord one. You know.
Oh,
like
you did follow the rules.
I didn't do that. I did ribbing.
Because this is for me.
I wasn't going to have enough yarn.
So, but I've got about well, I don't know, probably about 5-6 inches to go at the bottom. But
we'll be finished together at the same time.
The problem is I'm back up because what I did with the sleeves, she didn't want them really baggy like in the pattern. So I went down to I went down to a 7mm, then I went down to a 6mm. And it was really nice to knit at that with those needles at that size. But now I'm back to the 8mm needles, and it is killing my fingers, you know, because it just feels so clunky in my hands, you know. So I put it in timeout for a little bit, but I will get it done.
Right.
But she can't wear it until October, November anyway, so I suppose it doesn't matter how long it takes.
Oh, Neil, don't make that an excuse, love. Finish it, and then we can all revel in it. And then when I see it on your mum, when I see a photograph or a video of your mum wearing it, I'm going to send you a prize. I am going to send you a prize, Neil.
Is this that thing that you always moan about on Craftsnark, where men are rewarded just for able to be, you know, because they can knit, not for any other reason, just because they can knit?
No.
Okay.
In your case, in your
South
case,
America,
it's for knitting something
those men
that
hit the lottery.
Okay, can I post a poll for the chat and our lovely guests? Who would like to see a photo shoot with Jo Bob in her chunky striped sweater with her lovely blue hair? Yes,
yeah, of course. No problem.
I think that would be awesome.
I might finish mine tonight or tomorrow. Neil, please finish it well before Christmas, because I want to see your mum in it, and then I'll send you a gift. Not because you're a male knitter or identifying as a black woman, but because
yes, I'm a black woman. Therefore, you need to just give me things.
That's right.
Yeah, no, the word is no. No, the word is no. Have you heard that word yet?
Chat agrees. They would like to see a photo shoot.
Okay, I'll organise that. Thank you, Liz.
Right, and I promise I'll get this finished by next Monday.
Oh, fantastic. Let's get them off the needles and get onto our new project that I believe Liz Clothier suggested.
Actually, Yo-Yo from chat did, but I agreed because I thought it was pretty, and it's a smaller shawl. So it was Yo-Yo said she's always wanted to make it, so I said let's do it. It's the Exploration Station by Stephen West.
That's
I don't have my yarn here, but excuse me, Exploration Station.
Has anybody knitted it before? Because I knitted it about 5 years ago.
No, what can you tell us about it?
It's a fun knit until the very last bit. And
well, I'm going to learn how to do brioche.
Oh, I'm not. No.
Yes.
I'm going to learn how to do brioche.
Liz and I decided that we were going to learn to do brioche here. So,
yeah, if you can do lace knitting, you can do brioche. That's all
it's just yarn over this. Yeah, it's just
I figured. I just haven't. I haven't really looked down to look at it yet. So I figured if I had, a video I watched, I could pick it up. So, but since we love doing Stephen West patterns, and since many in our community hate Stephen West because evidently the reason now the reason is because on a video trying to sell his yarn, he's trying to sell his yarn.
That's his business.
Horror.
Oh, he said
horror.
to collect yarn rather than buy, so the craft snarkers are going for him again.
collecting.
Yeah, but doesn't he mean collect
Guess
it? But
what?
doesn't he mean it by?
Too.
Yeah, but it's. I think he means to collect as in pick it up.
Yeah, that's
You
I,
know,
I thought
not-
that as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
But even if he doesn't, who
it's
cares?
not- But you know,
He's not holding a gun to anybody's head and saying buy my yarn. As far as I know,
people who are
They've
gonna
just
be
got it in
mad
for him,
are
though,
gonna
haven't they?
be mad. You know,
they do.
They
Nobody
just hate him because
They're
he's
trying.
male
they keep
and he's
trying.
successful.
Well, I find a lot of his
That's
patterns a
great.
little bold, but I also know if you knit them in different colors, they look totally different. And also, every time I've knit one, I've learned
Colors
something.
worse.
So to me, and I've had, and other than the MCAL that we all quit last year because we didn't like it, every time I've knit one with you guys, I've had a blast. We did Vertices Unite. We did,
Oh, that was
So-
beautiful.
So to me,
And
I take it as a learning experience.
yeah, that was a great one. Yeah.
The exploration
I just
station, the
love the
beginning
fact-
bit is really good. You'll really get into that. I enjoyed it so much that I went on Drops on or what's it called? Garn Studio, is it called? And on there,
Yeah.
they've got a
Yes.
version of his sweater that he made from the exploration station. And I made their version because it had a more standard sleeve on it. Because I think Stephen West has an ordinary sleeve and then like a bat wing sleeve. The sleeves don't
Yeah.
match. And it's a bit like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't wear that. But
Yeah.
those and the short rows that he does are just so simple. Just
Good.
turn.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, and there's videos, and he puts videos out for how to do things. So
Yeah,
they
his
were going
videos are
after him they were going after him the other day for calling his weave-in Steven, how he weaves in ends, and he didn't claim he didn't claim that he came up with the idea. He said that's just
We
what was
never
called.
invented it, for goodness sakes.
But
it's
you know
such
how
an
they
old
are.
lazy technique. Personally, I don't like it. It's lazy and it doesn't leave your ends sitting nicely, but each to their own.
I have a
He
I have
didn't
a better
invent it.
version which I might come up with a name, so it's got my name in it somehow. And because what he does, he just puts the yarn over his other yarn, doesn't he? So he puts
Yes.
the old yarn
Right.
over
Just
the working
wrapping
yarn.
it as he's knitting.
Yes.
It's just wrapping around the back of the stitch.
Whereas I do that
Which-
thing
Yeah.
where I wrap it around the needle
Right.
first the wrong way, then wrap the new yarn around it the
Oh.
correct way, and then unwrap the old one. And then that way it
like
locks
colour
it in.
work.
Okay.
Like colour
So-
work. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like the knitting man's floats. That's his colour work floats.
Oh, is it?
That's how he
Ah.
carries his yarn all the way through.
Well, I'm going to
Yeah.
claim it. I'm going to say I've
Tara.
invented it.
Well,
Yes.
Oh, okay. The Neil's
Today they-
Spiels.
Today they were also going after Caitlin Hunter and her halibut sweater, but
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I
And-
saw that. Yeah, like really.
Oh,
and I agree. The
Don't
yoke,
get it.
I love the
Like,
yoke, but if you look at the pattern before you can see that the sleeves are really tight, you can make your decision before knitting it to
Right.
say, oh, I don't want to knit a sweater with really tight sleeves, or I'm going to have to fix the sleeves. You have to look at the
Right.
pictures first and see how they fit on people before you start criticizing. Because I think Andrew Mallory's
Yes.
sleeves are very tight. But when I knit her patterns, I accommodate that. I go up needle sizes and then I don't have a problem. So,
It's-
Yeah,
you
heaven
know.
forbid
It's
you actually read the
reminiscent
pattern and
of
plan
the
before you start.
Oh, sorry, Tara.
Say that again.
Oh, I was gonna say, heaven forbid you actually read the pattern and plan before you cast on.
Schematics,
Oh,
yeah. But
So-
all these
Right.
little tight
Right.
sleeves are like during the Great Depression, Neil, with all the patterns, the Peyton's patterns and things like that. We had yarn shortages, so if you want to knit a jumper or a sweater and you've not got enough yarn, you make skinny sleeves. That was a given, or a crop top. That was a given.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, my first ranunculus is I think similar length to Morgan's. It goes over my belly button, just over my belly button. But this one that I'm doing is going to be as long as I can make it. So it'll be a really baggy, cozy sweater that I might end up sleeping in on cold nights. I think I don't want to take it off once I put it on. It's beautiful.
Well, I want to
Tara.
knit another one, but I want to adapt it so
Yeah.
I could wear it. But I haven't decided what I could do to make it not so, flouncy. Do you know what I mean? Look at Teresa's
Oh.
Too. No,
Is it too
I don't
flouncy,
know. That
Teresa?
whole yoke thing does not scream male to me. You know,
What about
What
black
yoke?
maybe
woman?
I'm politically
What yoke?
incorrect, but that sweater does not scream. Yeah, make it for your husband. No.
But if you took out the lace bits and the silly bits, I say silly bits, you know what I mean. Would it be okay?
Fancy. Yeah. It's just a yoke neck sweater. It's just a
Maybe, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So
Miss Tara,
since-
I'm watching
yeah,
Tara
since we-
working away there. What are you working on, my
Um,
dear?
But why?
Oh, the
There's
same
so
thing I've
many
been
men's
working on.
patterns out there.
Oh, sorry. Hang on.
I-
Teresa's on a rant. Sorry, Therese. What was that?
she said something
Trace.
about men's
Yeah.
patterns.
No, I'm fine. No,
Oh.
Tarek. No, I'm just saying. Why would you try to adapt a woman's pattern for men? There's so
Gotcha.
many men's patterns out there for a
Oh,
drop sleeve or a
Yep.
whatever baseball tee or whatever. There's so many
Yeah,
patterns out there. Why would you try to adapt a pattern that's not clearly made for men?
Because what I've learned about this pattern is it's possibly one of the easiest sweaters I've knitted.
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
bored as all hell by now, though,
Okay.
on this, this last bit.
yeah.
But
The
it is
last
the
bit,
easiest one I've ever made, and the least amount of faffing about.
Sure.
Nothing to weave in, no sewing to do. You know what I mean?
Are you talking about the
Yeah.
ranunculus?
Yes.
Yeah. I think it could be a very
Okay,
I
Amy.
think it's
Okay, you got
gender fluid. I think it's it could be a very gender fluid sweater. Absolutely, Neil.
Or is it non-binary?
it.
I'm not going there.
Speaking of
Tara.
which, oh, sorry, go on.
No.
Yeah, Tara, you've
trying
been
to
trying to say
speak,
something for
Tara.
20 minutes, haven't you?
No, Joe's been
Tara.
trying to ask me.
I want to know. I want to know what this lady is knitting on, because I just finished watching her podcast not long ago and saw all of the amazing crochet that she does. And Tara, I need to know what you're knitting on. How long have you been knitting for? Not very long, right?
Since 2019.
And I am absolutely inspired by the designs that you're knitting. You are doing some technical stuff. I've seen
Right.
shawls that you're doing that I wouldn't even attempt. So I am really curious what you're knitting. I've been trying for the last 20 minutes to find out what you're doing.
So I'm just doing my growth ring shawl because I don't have to think about it. Because I want to
Wow,
listen
look
to
at
everybody.
this.
So I'm plugging on that. Although the other project I'm working on, and I'm almost at the point where I need to start thinking and reading the pattern, is I'm doing Knitty McPurley's test knit for the Diggory tee. And so
Oh,
That's such a pretty color.
it
oh,
is.
the
I love
colours
it.
you're
And it's got a
using.
little bit of
Yeah.
cashmere in it, so it's super soft.
Nice.
Yeah,
Get
so I'm
ready for
almost
the
where I
pilling
split for
with
the sleeves. And then I have to actually read the pattern.
So with the growth ring shawl, can you tell me what the total? I mean, I guess you can finish when you finish, but what is the actual yardage for that design when planning this giant
I'm not
mammoth
even
shawl?
I'm not
Oh,
even
you don't
sure.
know? So you're just going to keep going until you're done?
Yeah, well, I'm following the pattern. I'm going to do all the rows. And I actually
Yep.
just bought a 7th skein because I don't think I'll have quite enough
Okay.
with 6.
That's what I was
So
wondering.
This is number
Okay.
6. And then number
Wonderful.
7 came in.
Ooh, pretty.
Wouldn't it take a whole skein just to do the bind off?
I love that color.
Yeah, it might.
Who's the
It
yarn
might take
by?
half the skein.
Is that Apothecary?
Yeah, Apothecary.
She has such
Beautiful.
pretty colors.
That's a
She
new one
does,
to
and
me.
she's
I've never heard of
actually
them.
somewhat local to me.
Mhm.
Our post office is the same. Not that either of us live that close to our post office,
Do they give you advice? Do they actually give you advice in the pattern how much yarn you will need to bind off?
I don't think so. I'd have to look.
You're just going to wing it.
Yeah, and hope for the best.
No way. How many
Well, that's why I
stitches
got
are
the
on at
7
the end? Over 1,000? Or
Oh,
how,
I'm like
how many stitches?
over
Just-
1,100. I think like 1154 or something like that. It's insane.
That's crazy.
No way. That is crazy. I would need to know exactly how much yarn I need to cast off, because that, or to bind off. That would always be playing on my mind. The larger and larger that shawl gets.
Yep.
Yeah, there is
Wow.
a
It'd
It'd be
smaller
so
version.
stressful. Yeah.
And of course, I had to do the big one.
So you're either going to have a lot left over, or you're going to be playing yarn chicken and clutching your butt cheeks together. Wow.
Yep.
Wow. So you're doing
Well-
a test knit. Can you give us any juicy bits about the test knit, or no?
Devin did have to fix the short rows,
Okay.
like how it was written. That was
Okay.
found during testing. But
And it's a t-shirt.
yeah,
Is it a t-shirt?
yeah, and it's
Oh.
bottom up, and
Yep.
it's like short, like crop sleeves, so it's good for the summer.
Oh, it's a shame it's coming out at the end of summer, but that's okay. It'll be ready for next summer.
Here's a question from the chat about test knitting.
I think people
Well, I have
generally
a-
buy their
yeah.
own yarn. I know Devin,
I-
like because she dyes yarn, she'll give her testers like a good discount if they want
Yeah.
to buy her yarn.
Good.
Yeah, I'm always happier to use my own yarn. And then the designer gets different ideas if you give them information
Exactly.
about what, if you've used a woolly wool or a wool with nylon in it or a cotton.
Yeah.
You can really experiment
Yeah.
and explore.
Yeah, don't be
how the
giving Therese
designs
and
come
Morgan any ideas. They're both doing tests for me at the moment.
No, listen.
No,
I have an update on a test crochet
Wow.
for Neil James.
Wow.
Let me get it. Oh
That's
yeah.
exciting.
This is today.
Spill the
This is a
beans.
today thing. So I'm doing, I don't know how much Neil wants me to tell.
Tell everything.
But
Don't
I
worry
am
about
on
Neil.
number
You can
6.
say it's not a
I'm on
secret.
number 6, Neil. I'm on number 6.
Wow, you're racing
Of-
through them.
27. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
And once it's a crochet test knit,
Mm.
which I'm like, why did I even? I know less about crochet than I do about knitting, even though I've been crocheting longer.
Mm-hmm.
But once I got it, oh my god, this is so much fun, Neil. It's so much fun. I want to do
Cool.
them all day long.
Well,
I'm
I'm gonna write in
number
a second
6.
part for the pattern
Right.
so that you could do a blanket if you wanted to. You know, if you wanted to just keep going and going and going and going.
I
I mean,
wanted
it's very, very
to-
simple, isn't it?
I wanted to say it could be a baby blanket or a bigger blanket or what. It's
Mm-hmm.
I have a
Mhm.
stack here.
Yeah, you built
can,
it up
like,
now, Therese.
oof.
Everyone's going to be like, "Oh, is that it?
There
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is that
No.
all?"
No, it's so much fun. The magic loop,
Really?
the magic whatever thing. I messaged
The
him and I
circle?
said, "Okay, yeah, magic circle." I was like,
Mhm.
"I don't mean anything I said about you while I was doing the magic
Oh.
circle because
Oh, drop the
it's
mic.
awful. It's the
Woo!
most terrible thing ever."
Oh my
terrible.
goodness. I'm
But
waiting
then
for
I
the snark
understand
about
it.
what
I
a
was like,
shitty
"Okay, Neil,
design
I
is.
get it. Yeah."
Ah, I was hoping for the dirt, Therese. I was hoping you're going to tell me what a
It is
shitty
so much
designer is.
fun.
No, Morgan will tell you
No,
that.
it is so
No.
much fun. I'm
No.
on number 6, and there's 27, and I can't wait to do all of them. It's so much fun. It's so much fun.
Wow.
They're quite
That's
addictive.
good.
aren't they?
Once I got over the magic circle bullshit
Yeah.
thing, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
And how did you
Yeah,
find
wow,
that
Much
first
that's
round?
fun. And Neil,
Was the
I'll be
first
done
round
in a
okay?
couple days, Neil. So
Ah, fantastic.
that first round, oh, I'm still cussing you, but it's fine.
Oh,
It's
don't
so
worry, I was cussing
fiddly.
myself.
It's just fiddly. No, you know what? It's fine. It's fine.
Aren't you
I
just
can't wait to be
aren't you
done,
just-
and I'll probably cuss you when I have to sew them all together. But whatever.
Oh,
Ah, well,
ain't
you
nobody
could
got
join as you
time
go.
for that. Oh my goodness.
I didn't read
Miss
that
Morgan,
part. Yeah, it's fine.
Miss Morgan, I saw your podcast and I saw your beautiful knitting. Have you got it there to show us your ranunculus?
It's across the
Yes.
room again. Let me go and grab it again because
Oh,
I do not
thank
come
you.
prepared.
I want to see.
Yeah. Be right back.
Okay, and while you're going to get that, Therese, have you ripped yours or is it a boob tube? How's yours going?
My ranunculus? No, it's sitting
Yeah.
there. But I have a finished object.
Do
It's not
share.
ranunculus.
Clearly
it is
not.
Socks. Socks.
Oh wow!
Cool.
Pretty.
Oh, they're
Here
in
we
the
go.
Oh,
wrong.
nice.
God, that's a
One,
terrible colour.
and
They're terrible.
two.
Oh, I don't
So
like
I
the
have a
colour.
pair of socks. These
You
color.
don't like the
Yeah.
colour?
Are
That's
what
really
you
nice.
Just a disclaimer about why Joe Bob doesn't like the color. There's a reason Joe Bob
If
doesn't like
you
the
don't
color,
like
though.
the
tell
color,
us.
Then we're gonna fight. So whatever.
Don't like those
Because
colours.
Joe Bob is not a Joe Bob is not a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Put it that way.
Oh, right. Okay.
Terrible colours.
So
Okay,
I thought in honor of Neil being here today that we could talk about weird laws from the UK.
Oh,
Well,
here's
we did
one for
last
you.
Yes.
Okay, this
Weird stuff
one
from the UK.
may or may not be an urban myth. However, if you're a pregnant lady, as opposed to a pregnant man, and you get caught short and you need to go to the toilet, there was a law that you were allowed to ask a police officer where. Do you remember the old English police officers' helmets they used to wear? You're allowed to urinate in his helmet.
Wow.
Nice.
Because it's not okay to wee or urinate in the street unless you wee or urinate against one of the wheels of a cart. And I can't remember which wheel it is.
So is he gonna hand you the toilet paper as well out of his pocket?
Well, I think they keep that inside the
but
helmet.
see-
That's why it's so tall, because they're quite high.
That's disgusting. Yuck.
Joe
Oh
Bob,
my
here's
goodness.
Every
ranunculus.
Englishman has to practice archery every day without fail. Oh, sorry,
Oh.
Morgan. Morgan's showing her
Sorry.
knit there.
Morgan.
Just
Look at
secretly
Morgan
okay.
showing
silently
her.
showing Joe Bob.
I love that.
That's a really nice colour.
Did you do some little sleeves? Oh, how beautiful. Look, Amy. Look at
Yeah,
that.
here we go.
Look at that.
Ah,
That's
I don't feel so
pretty.
slow now. At least I
Nice.
did sleeves, Morgan.
That's right. That's right.
Right?
And see,
I
and
didn't
you
do
would think,
anything. So yeah.
well, and you would think that living in the state of Wisconsin, where winters can be quite brutal, that I would do some more long sleeve sweaters, but it was
Michigan,
warm. I
yeah.
just didn't feel like it. So
Yeah.
short sleeves
Yep.
it is.
Oh,
That's
but
why
you
it's
can
quite
wear
good
a,
pattern though,
what
isn't
do
it?
you call it?
Very
You
adaptable.
can wear a skivvy under it, or what do you
Yeah.
call it? A long sleeve t-shirt or something, sweatshirt.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
so nice. I
definitely.
love the color.
Thank you.
Okay.
I love the color.
So
Sorry,
Yeah.
back to English laws.
it's illegal. It's illegal to carry planks of wood along a pavement unless it's the intention of being unloaded from a vehicle.
Okay, here's an English one for you. It's illegal to handle salmon suspiciously.
Absolutely.
What?
So if you
Absolutely.
stand with a salmon fish in your hand, acting suspiciously, you'll be arrested.
What? But I don't want my
Take me
beef
away
and
now,
chicken and
officer.
pork handled suspiciously either. So
We've got a very
No.
strange echo,
Okay.
haven't we? Shall we go off one by one? I'll
Yes,
mute
we
myself first.
okay.
Okay, it's not me.
Okay.
Not you. Not you.
Oh,
What's happening?
is it Liz?
Is it me? I'm
Go on
running the
silent
chat,
again.
so
There's a lot of noise in the background. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Liz, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Liz.
It's you, Liz. It's you.
You are the
I will
weakest
leave
link.
then.
Liz.
I will leave then.
You are the
Oh, no,
weakest link.
Oh,
That's
two
oh,
people went.
oh, how lovely. I can hear you now.
Oh, we've still got an echo,
Oh,
though.
wow.
haven't
Do we still
Or
have
is
an
that
echo?
just me?
Just slightly.
It's not me.
But it was a horrible background noise.
It's not me.
Oh, squeak. Yeah, it is. Take those headphones off, please. Oh, they're squeaking at me. Oh, that's better. Thank you. Oh, they're very
Well-
noisy.
Is it gone?
No,
Yeah.
Okay, that's weird.
No, yes, no.
it's still there.
They've gone in Tomorrowland.
Hold on.
Echo.
Well, considering I'm running the chat, I don't know how to leave and come back. So
Oh yeah, no. Don't leave us.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Well, Morgan's still here.
who
Tara's
isn't wearing
back.
a headset? I was wearing a headset. They told me to take it off, Tomsky.
Yeah, no, it was squeaking, Tomsky. Squeaking like oh, I can't say that on air. Sorry, Tomsky.
Hear the echo though. Oh, never mind.
Was it me?
No.
I've not got an echo anymore. Sounds pretty good, guys. I can hear
I
you
don't-
loud and
I don't-
clear.
I don't have an echo anymore.
I wonder if
Yes, I
Therese
do.
turned her fan on. When she turns her fan on, that's all I
I
can
can
hear.
still
is,
hear an
is-
echo.
Let me try to leave.
Oh,
and-
squeak. I don't know what you're doing, Liz, but it's really squeaking.
Oh.
Oh, she's gone. Oh, look, while it's just the three of us.
Quick, talk about
I'm
it.
back.
No, I was gonna, but
Can
no.
you hear me now?
Yes, can hear you loud and clear, pilot,
Is there an echo?
captain. Keep talking and we'll
echo?
find out. No, I've not got one.
Yeah, I can still hear an echo.
What about now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's good, Liz.
Yeah, twice.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we know it's not Tara or myself because we've turned ours
Well,
off.
I was
anyway.
fine when I came on, so
Things change so quickly, we just can't keep up. Hang on, let me just take my rainbow scarf off because I don't want to be stereotypical. Hang on, let me just get my
We're
rainbow
so
scarf
good you
off.
can hear us twice.
Lovely. All the better to hear you with, my dear. Oh, Neil James, I've got something for you. I wish Morgan was here because she would agree with me on the pronunciation.
Do you mean
I've been thinking
pronunciation?
about pronunciation. I've decided that I should do a little research on La Coque Abbey because I'm all about monasteries. You know La Coque Abbey?
I don't know it. No.
You don't know about? I've got here a booklet from the National Trust, and I found this lovely booklet
Really?
about La Coque Abbey in Wiltshire.
No,
you know
I'm not
Wiltshire.
Very
And
posh
this,
in Wiltshire.
Hi.
Yeah, so I think it's Morgan will agree with me. Don't know if you're listening, Morgan. Larcock Abbey. Yeah, it's definitely Larcock. Larcock Abbey in Wiltshire in the UK. And I've all of a sudden got this real interest for monasteries. And
is this where you try and trick me into saying that word?
I've got a real interest in monasteries, and this is all about the monastery Larcock Abbey, and it was a nunnery for Augustinian canonesses, founded in 1232 by the Countess of Salisbury. Oh, in memory, this is the best part, in memory of her husband, William Longespee. I like that name, Longespee, Longespee. I'm sure that's Longespee. My pronunciations have to be correct. Built on the meadow called Snailsmead, Snailsmead, which was part of her manor at Larcock. I really like this. I found this, and I don't know why, but I've just been really interested in monasteries and abbeys lately, Neil. You don't have you been to Wiltshire? Have you got a set of cutlery from Wiltshire?
No. Right, I'm just going to mute myself.
Oh golly! I thought this was
Can you
very
guys hear me?
interesting.
Come on. No.
Yeah, I thought, I know we talk about crafting, but I thought learning a little bit about the monastery, the nunnery.
Very interesting.
Get thee to the nunnery, Larcock Abbey. I'm going to read all about this and impart my knowledge, my new knowledge about it. I might do a 20-minute. I might even do a 20-minute video complete with a drone and go for a walk around town to discuss a tour of Larcock Abbey. I thought that was very interesting. I'm so pleased to have found that National Trust brochure.
And just for the record, because I know you mentioned it a couple of weeks ago, I say monasteries.
Monasteries? You say monasteries, I'm sure, don't you?
No, I say monasteries. Just to annoy you.
That's fine. Hang on. Costume change, because my blue hair's getting to me. Oh. And I can be whoever I want to be. Now, today, I did go to get dressed, of course, because you don't want to see me naked. And I put my favourite hat on to be admonished by my children.
Love it.
Apparently, I'm now a furry if I wear this hat. And I said to them, what is a furry? And Millie said to me, ask your friends, Mum. My favourite hat.
Carrie
is a
and
furry?
Mr. Chris talk about
I now a
furries a little
furry?
bit in their My Little Pony episode of Pop Culture.
Oh, I have to watch that one. Okay.
I have
You don't really
Millie
want to
was
know.
horrified. Millie was absolutely. Well, Millie said, I can't wear this. And I said, why not? I'm going to wear whatever I darn well please.
really.
And she said, no, you look like a furry.
Okay.
How funny. The world has changed so quickly, hasn't it?
That's the problem. Nobody. Yeah, I can't get out of my door.
Sounds like Teresa's been beaten up.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Therese. I'm sorry, Therese. Can you stop
You all right,
swinging your
Therese?
yarn around the room?
Say help if you need it.
Give us the code word, the passcode. Password? Passcode. Oh, my goodness.
Do you want to see my really, really cheesy 70s sweater that I'm crocheting?
Oh, my goodness. That's adorable news, Liz.
I think that's a no.
Yeah, take them off, please. Get your gear off, Liz. Get your gear off. It's horrible.
So this is my granny square type sweater that I'm gonna make. Just what it is. I've got. I don't know whether you saw it on Instagram. I started knitting a Gansey sweater a few years ago in brown, and it was horrible, and I hated it. So what I've been doing is ripping it out, and I'm making myself a 70s thing. I'm just kind of making
okay.
it up as I go.
Oh, lovely. I believe Amy's hosting a crochet along.
Is she?
Yeah, apparently she is on here. She said something last week that she would like to nominate for us to sit together and knit and crochet. Sorry, Amy. Crochet something together. So I believe Amy's going to join us one day in the future after we do the exploration station shawl, and after we do something with stripes, Amy's going to be hosting. I think she's going to teach me.
Are we allowed to talk about Morgan's knit along?
We can talk about anything you want.
So Morgan, you're the chief.
That's right.
Does it have to be that particular pattern, or can it be any sweater with striped arms?
Pirates in the chat? What's happening?
Are you all right?
Why are there rules?
Happening.
We don't have rules, do we? Or Morgan might have rules. She's from a different generation.
No, it's not like a ton of rules.
Missed the lunch.
Let me try something. Hold on.
I'm not going to listen to any rules anyway because I'm old and I have 0 Fs to give. What happens if I break the rules? What are you going to do to me? Cancel me?
What rules?
Hello.
Tomsky, help us.
Liz, can you hear me, Liz?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, mute everybody except you.
Oh, yeah, that'll be fun.
Okay, Tara's muted. Neil's muted. Reese.
And me.
Morgan.
Don't mute me.
Okay, everyone's muted.
All right, chat. Am I echoing? Let's give it 15, 20 seconds to catch up with chat. No. Liz, keep talking.
Okay, am I echoing? I am. Okay, it's me.
No, I don't think you are. You're not echoing to me.
I'm hearing echoing.
You're hearing echoing on yourself.
Yeah, but not you.
Okay, what are you using to talk down the mic? Headset? Or what?
Earbuds.
Okay. So mute yourself, then bring people in one by one, right? So bring... well, Joe's not been echoing, so... Oh, now I can hear myself. When you unmute Joe.
Oh, do you sound like me then?
Nah, never, Joe. But chat, can you hear me echo now that Joe's come back?
No.
You won't be able to hear it. I can hear myself back. Yeah, okay.
God, that must be torture.
So
That must be torture for you.
mute Joe.
Mute me, baby.
Bring back Tara.
All right. Am I echoing?
You're not echoing to me, Tara. Am I echoing to you? Chat, are we echoing
No.
now? Tara and I are talking? Alright, we'll give it a couple of seconds. Nope. Alright, so bring Morgan back. Morgan.
Sorry, I'm back. Hello.
Hello. Okay, you sound good. Tara? No, Joe, unmute Tara as well. We can all talk now. Tara, Morgan,
Yes.
keep talking. No echo?
Hello. No, I don't
No
hear
echo.
anything.
Alright, bring Trees back. Along with the others. Trees, how you doing? Steal the Suck, how you doing?
Hello?
I'm here.
Trees, keep talking. I think you're okay.
I'm here.
Keep sneezing. Yep. You sound okay to me. Tara, Morgan, keep talking.
Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good
Yeah.
so far.
Okay,
Yeah, I think so.
bring Neil
Bless you.
back.
Hello.
Hello,
Yes, back.
I
hello.
heard an echo then.
Yeah, not as bad as the other one.
I
though.
don't hear it. Liz? Everyone,
I don't
everyone
hear it.
talk.
Hello, hello.
No,
Hello?
I'm not hearing an echo anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not getting an echo. I'm not getting an echo. Right, okay. Joe, it's you. Just to hold this
It's not
person
me.
to echo.
No.
I'm still
No,
hearing
no.
an echo.
No, I'm hearing like you being in a room echo. I'm not hearing an echo like a repeat feed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, bring Joe Bob back.
Which
She's back.
I'm trying to point at her.
Oh, hold
No,
on.
she's not.
Oh, sorry. There.
That whole time.
All right, start
There
talking,
she is.
everyone.
Wow, there's
No, I'm not
echoes
talking
everywhere.
anymore.
There's the
Chomsky,
echo.
you set me up for that. The whole time I was waiting for you to say it was me.
It is you.
Hey, Chomsky, I've got a message for you.
Are you going to say it twice? Because that's what I'm hearing.
Joe, do you have earbuds?
No,
Okay,
I don't need earbuds.
I solved the problem.
Yeah,
You
but-
guys deal with the echo.
Solved nothing. You set me up.
Do you think pirate sounds like me? Do we have the same accent?
Thank God, no.
No. Ah.
Not too far. Not too different.
You have tight knitting. Pirate has tight undies.
Oh God, I can hear myself laugh. That's awful.
Joe, Amy says leave and come back.
Amy says, who's the boss of me? Oh, she's got a moderator hat
come
on.
back.
I'm not coming back. You're all picking on me.
No.
Oh, poor Joe.
Poor Joe. I'm going to go walk around La Coque Abbeys. I'll be back.
Wear your hair.
Hopefully the nuns will
Absolutely.
be okay.
I'll catch on fire if they catch me walking around the nunnery.
Okay.
Any echo? No echo.
No.
No echo.
Ooh.
Joe needs to get earbuds. She won't wear earbuds.
She won't get them. Why?
I don't know. She had some, and then she said she didn't want to wear them. So I don't know.
Ah.
You can always get like the wired ones. Those are
I think that's what she had. I don't know. She had them a couple times, but
To be fair, they're not very comfortable. I don't like having to wear it, but
no. But it makes a difference on the sound, though.
oh, it does. Yeah.
All right. So should we go back to more crazy UK laws while we wait for Joe Bob?
Oh yeah, I forgot. So, did I tell you about the salmon? You're not allowed to hold a salmon and be suspicious. And the other thing you're not allowed to do is wear a full suit of armour in the Houses of Parliament. Although someone did a test of it and they did wear a full suit of armour, walked into the Houses of Parliament and nobody did anything.
That's 'cause probably nobody knew the law.
Yep. Oh, the other one, I always get this one mixed up, and it's no longer law. I think they've got rid of it. But if a Welshman is found on the inside of the walls of Chester after midnight or after 9 p.m., an English person is allowed to execute them.
Right.
Yeah.
There was one I read.
I might have got some of the details a bit mixed up there.
There was one I read that was Iowa or Idaho, one of those states that where you were allowed to shoot a Native American on horseback as long as you were on a wagon.
Wow. Oh, Cezzy's just said, be suspicious of something or behave suspiciously. I think that's down to the interpretation of the person that's going to arrest you, I think.
Well,
Wow.
evidently,
Joe's back.
you cannot gamble in a library in England.
Ah.
Taxis cannot transport rabid dogs and drivers have an obligation to ask passengers if they have smallpox or the plagues. Does that happen, Neil?
Never. I'm going to have to report some taxi drivers.
It's illegal to fly a kite in public.
Ah, yes, I knew about that one.
It's rumored that placing a postage stamp bearing the monarch's head upside down is treason.
Yes.
Oh, whoops.
Yep.
It's
I'm all-
That
illegal
should be,
to be-
that's the same in Australia, I think, as well, isn't it, Joe?
I would never do it to my beloved queen
She's
or
dead.
king.
You
Um,
mean Camilla?
Whatever. Same thing.
it's illegal to be found drunk in a pub or at a licensed premises in England and Wales.
That is true. That's bizarre,
And
isn't it?
You can't walk
but
cows down the
Isn't
street in
everyone
daylight.
drunk at the tavern?
Oh, we do
Sorry?
here.
Ah. It's illegal to walk cows down the street in daylight.
Wow, that's oppressive. We have to here.
It-
They've got to get from
It's, e-
your land to Crown land or to water. So there's always
Um,
cows on the road.
Now, how do the cows
Um,
get home then? When they're done grazing?
not on the street, I guess.
You have to do it in the dark.
Shaking your rug in the street is illegal.
Ah,
Shaking
only
your rug.
after 7:30 in the morning, or is it 8:30 in
Ah.
the morning?
After 8.
Yeah, you can do
Prior
it
to
before.
8, yeah. Yes. Whale or sturgeons need to be offered to the monarch when they become beached, which I had heard this one before.
You know about the swans, don't you?
Yeah, the queen owns the swans.
Well, the king owns the swans.
Well, the king.
Not my swans. Nope.
Joe Bob, that one's for you. You can't play knock knock ginger. It's illegal.
That's what King Charles said, Joe. You know when I rang him up to talk about
Yeah.
your case?
Thank
He
you.
said you're a criminal. He just said we don't want
Charlie
criminals in
said
this country. Yeah, he said unless she comes over on a dinghy via Calais into Dover, she's not getting back into the country at all.
But what if she has the
but if
blue
you
hair?
do, you'll get a council house and you'll get money every month. Although you might have to stay on that weird barge for a couple of weeks and risk getting Legionnaire's disease.
Oh no! I've got
I
to
thought that
find
was
some
fair.
floaties. Oh, you
You
think
cannot-
that's fair?
You can't
Oh, my
queue
goodness.
jump at tube station ticket halls.
Yeah, you can if you want to get your head bashed in.
It's prohibited to be drunk while managing cattle.
Oh, well,
Wow.
I'm screwed.
You cannot dress up as a police officer or as a member of the armed forces. It's against the law to have a pigsty in front of your house.
To have a what in front of your house?
Tomsky, get away from the front of my house, Tomsky.
Right?
A pet cannot mate with another pet from the royal household.
Ah,
Sure,
yes,
they
I've
don't
heard
want
about
they
that.
don't want they don't want inbreeding in the pet, you know. But
No, they
Your
do
common
want
blood.
inbreeding
No,
in the
they
pets.
do
That's the
want all the
problem.
pets
They
to
want
be
them.
bred.
yeah, you cannot
I mean,
slide
heck,
on
they
icy
did
streets.
A mutt get it on with one of the female dogs.
You cannot slide on icy streets. You can't hang your clothes across the street. You can't kill a swan. Can't watch TV without a license. Which
That is ridiculous.
Right.
I
I can
cannot
tell you
believe
all about that.
It's only live TV, isn't it?
Yes, but and live radio.
That's ridiculous.
okay.
If you're blind, you do get a discount.
It's
not-
illegal. It's illegal in Scotland for a boy under the age of 10 to see a naked mannequin.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh,
Doesn't say anything about girls though.
How traumatizing.
not really.
A mannequin.
Yeah.
A mannequin.
Yeah.
Well, don't come to my house because George sometimes gets naked.
Oh, George. George has
And yeah.
George has a harness.
What?
Somebody
this
hung a
conversation.
pet harness over George's head. It was just so he didn't lose it. That was all. It wasn't his costume.
Firing a cannon within 300 yards of a private dwelling is a big no-no.
Oh, that's why Tomsky's single.
It's breaking the law to knock on someone's front door. You can't knock ditch is illegal.
Isn't that the same in America? Didn't you say that one the other day?
Yeah,
In
that's
some
fun.
places, you're not permitted to linger after a funeral has taken place.
Oh,
Why would
good
you?
grief. Because you might be
Well, you might steal the
grief-stricken.
body.
You might not want to drive home after a funeral if it's highly emotive. You might want to take a minute.
It's
Somebody
breaking the
was
law.
actually arrested for that, by the way. That one has actually been recorded as being enacted.
Golly.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's actually breaking the law to pay with your phone at a drive-through while your car is running.
Well, that sounds like a Michigan thing. Yeah.
It's also illegal to import potatoes from Poland. No Polish
Well,
potatoes.
that's because they
Those
take all the
bloody
potatoes from
Polski
the Irish, right?
potatoes. Oh.
Polska,
Some
yeah.
on Best vodkas are from Poland. Yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah.
good.
So how many of those laws have you broken, Neil James?
Oh,
All of
quite a
them.
few.
Oh,
I can
Such
tell
a
you some of the
good
new ones.
I mean,
You're
you're
no
cherry picking.
longer
Felon.
allowed to define a woman. You're
What?
no longer allowed to say anything bad about any LGBT, blah, 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 nonsense.
That's hate speech. Yeah, hate speech.
You can't call a policewoman a lesbian, right?
Oh, God, that was just bizarre, especially if you're autistic and you've got a lesbian nana.
you guys.
And the
You
police
guys.
officer looks just like your lesbian nana.
Right. Right.
That's
You
it.
guys,
That's it. I'm identifying with Tourette's. I'm just going to say what the heck enters my mind,
Right.
and I'm not going to be able to control it.
The guy in
Did-
NASCAR got suspended and, basically banned because he clicked on the upwards thumb of a post. He didn't share it. He didn't put anything out. He just liked something.
Was
And
it
he lost
anti-trans
his
or
job.
something?
What's that?
How dare he like something?
Was it trans critical or is it gender
Yes.
critical? Is that
Yes,
what they
it
call it?
was. Yeah.
What?
He's not allowed to have a thought that doesn't go with the sheep.
Oh, that's it.
Have
I'm
you-
done. I'm done with all of this. Hang
Yeah.
on a minute.
Me too.
I
Yep.
am
Have-
so done
Have you
with
seen
being
that
told
video?
what I can and cannot do.
Well, now Joe is a furry, so she can do whatever she wants.
Yeah,
Look
they
at
can
her.
get. Yeah. No, I am doing what I want to do, and I'm going to say what I want to say. And come visit me in jail with the bond money, please.
Wow, Tomsky's on. Oh, he'll be in prison soon. I'll visit you, Tomsky.
Okay.
I'll send you a
Fine.
food package. Have you seen what he said to his police friend?
Oh yeah. He's a bit cheeky, is
Oh,
that Tom?
shit.
Hey,
Best
well,
not put that one up.
Probably not going to bail
So-
him out then. 'Cause
I'm going to finish my ranunculus. Are you all starting
Okay.
on
Show
your? Can you? What? No, I'm like one of the last ones.
I haven't
No,
even started.
I'm
at
the last
Ranunculus.
one because no.
So
Are you ready
I have
for
a
this?
confession.
What do you think? Sure.
Well, first show
Ooh.
your yarn.
Oh my God! Look at that.
Oh, that's
Ooh,
pretty.
I really
pretty.
Is that for your exploration
Where am I?
station?
Station.
So what do you think?
I love it.
Slate,
I do.
River
think,
Stone.
Yes.
Old Gold, and Lily's Fractal. Oh, hang on. Where's my bloody camera, Amy? What do you think of those colours? Oh, back here. What do you
Very
think of
nice.
those
colors?
Pretty.
Come on, Amy.
Good choice.
Very pretty.
I like
Yes.
them.
Okay,
Which is going to be the bit, the striped bit? Is it going to be the charcoal
What's
or
the
is it going to
big
be
one? Yeah.
the charcoal, the slate.
Yes.
very nice?
Yes.
And because
Yep.
I think these three, I love this one. Hang on, let me take the I love this one. Can I show you? It's got all the colours like gold and green and blue and slate.
What I'd do, Joe, my bit of advice, having knitted one,
Yes.
is go to the part of the pattern where it's the brioche, and then decide what 2 colours you want to be brioche, and then work backwards as to what colours you want to use. So, because you don't want the 2 most alike colours at the brioche, you want something nice that you know.
And
Therese knows what I'm saying, don't you?
That's what I did. Yeah, that's what I did.
Neil
I
James.
just went through and figured out A, B, B, C, C, D, and figured out. And I started at the brioche. Yes, because I did not want black and something being the brioche. I wanted
I'm doing the brioche.
not light, but medium.
Are you doing
light
the
for the brioche.
garter version then?
I'm supporting Amy, who's scared of brioche, and we're just doing garter stitch, Neil.
No, no.
Amy,
needs
talk to me. I will
and
teach
do
you
the
how to do
brioche.
brioche.
No, Amy needs
This
to
is
suck it up.
DK. What?
Ooh, fighting words.
Amy. Poor Amy. Hey, Amy, I'm supporting you, Amy.
Yes.
I'm supporting you. DK, garter stitch all the way. Let's do it, Amy.
You're
Let's do it.
supporting her mediocrity. Come on, Amy, you can do it.
I'm supporting her
Mediocrity?
individual right to be unique. I'm supporting you, Amy. I might be the only one.
Joe and
What do you
Amy,
think?
are you both continental
Yes.
or are you English knitters?
I'm a
Do
thrower.
you-
I'm a chucker.
Well,
Continental.
throwers are going to
No, I think
find
Amy does
the brioche a bit
continental,
more difficult.
I think, because she started.
I can knit brioche.
It's a
Joe
bit
knows how to
more
knit
labour
brioche.
intensive, though, isn't it?
I've done it. I've done it.
No.
A brief thing.
Excuse me
I've
while I
done
go
it,
to my
but-
back office.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Okay, we'll wait.
Yeah, she's just
Amy.
continental.
Amy's in the chat. She's continental knitter. Brioche will be so easy for you.
Crochet.
I'm going to learn it.
Yeah.
do
Teresa and I are going to do it.
Sorry, Tara?
Okay.
No,
We're
I
doing
don't
it
have
in
time
the
to do
shawl.
an exploration station.
Liz, we're doing
I know. That's what I said. We're doing it.
station shawl. Yes,
Joe Bob, this
I
is
can
for
do
you.
brioche.
we're doing it.
I need
Joe
to
Bob.
finish another
Joe.
shawl before
What am
I
I
pass on
looking at?
another one.
Can you knit me a sandwich? Oh my god.
Sure. I can knit you an eyeball. I did the eyeball shawl, Neil,
I
That's
love
pretty,
that.
though.
I like that one.
with the brioche.
I
can do brioche.
You can do it.
I can do it. It's not a matter of being able to do it. It's a matter of making Amy feel welcome and part of the gang. And
Well,
we're
being
just doing
inclusive.
garter. We're the garter gang.
Well,
We're the
Amy
garter
has to
gang.
be- yeah, it's all about Amy.
Yeah.
It's all about
To be
Amy.
fair, I did the garter in the shawlography instead of the brioche because I didn't know how to do the brioche. So I
Yeah.
totally understand not doing it if you're not ready for it.
No, if you don't want to do it, do it. There's no rules.
Well,
But
brioche is
I think
easier when you're using 2 colours. If you do 1 colour brioche, it's harder than 2 colour brioche.
Yeah,
I'm sure
Oh,
you know
I
you've never
agree.
done it before.
That's what you
especially
told me,
if
Neil.
fix
Yeah.
mistakes.
Mr.
It's
West
easier to
has a
read it.
video.
So,
Mr. West has a video, so I'm sure it'll be fine.
quick question.
Go on,
Yeah.
Morgan.
Yeah?
Sorry. So
Liz, what's Liz
these are my
saying?
colors.
Hello, Liz.
Wait, camera's over here. Hello.
Ooh.
And I've started. So that was my confession, is that I've just started
So?
tonight.
We don't have
So,
rules.
That's true.
No rules.
So this
No
is going to be
rules. No
A,
rules.
B, C, D. Do you think the brioche
I'll be right back.
might look
I'll be right back.
kinda
Yes, that's
weird?
Which are the 2 colours for
amazing.
brioche?
Oh my god, it's gonna be so good.
Hold on. Tower
Where's
of
the
Yarn.
pattern?
I've
got the-
B.
It's gonna be so good.
Oh, B and C.
So which are those 2?
The orange and the green. I think
Oh,
look
that'll look.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
that's
great.
yeah.
Yes,
Next off,
That'll look
I'm
good.
way home from work already.
yes,
Phew.
that's
Okay.
so good.
Crisis averted.
It's gonna be so good.
Oh, now I want to knit the exploration station.
No, you're fine. No,
Here
it's
we are.
amazing.
Let's
Release the
B and C. Perfect.
hungry.
You've started already. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's so
That's
tiny
all
and fiddly. There it is.
Yeah, I
I
can't
started.
let myself cast on something new when I have so many whips I need to finish up.
Well, that's
Yeah.
not stopping me.
I know. I know.
Neil, we're gonna
Yeah?
You
have
guys,
to
I have a
another
finished
chat.
object.
Yeah,
What,
those
Morgan,
bloody
what was
I
that?
have
socks.
a
I don't want to see those socks again. I don't want to see those socks
Socks.
again.
I got my colors.
Can you do sign language, Morgan?
No.
Kind of.
Sign it.
No.
I know a little bit.
Do we need to do another video?
Okay, those are my
Yes.
colors. Tell me what order, Neil.
What order? Well, which
I think
is
This is going to be for the dark section, I think. You know, the outline.
Mm.
so
and I'm
which
thinking-
two do you not want to have
These
as
two.
your brioche?
We have to have.
Well, I was
B and
thinking
C.
doing the brioche, these two.
Yeah, that'd
Yeah,
work.
B and C.
Yeah, that would work.
Yeah, so that means your
And
other
then-
one's letter A.
Okay, because I
Yeah.
think the brioche would look good in these colors. And there's
It'll
not
look
enough
hot.
contrast with this one, so
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah, the
I agree.
speckles will all get lost in the brioche, won't it, with that one?
cool.
Have you seen those ugly socks Therese knit?
They were nice.
No.
Do you think so?
No.
Yeah.
No, you don't want to see them. You don't want to see them because they're ugly.
Joe, it's
They're
no, they're not.
Um,
Joe just doesn't hate the. Joe just hates Pittsburgh.
yeah. Look, there's two. You know what?
Yeah, they belong on
We
your
don't
feet where
care.
nobody has
That's
to
the
see
thing.
them. They
We
just
don't-
stink.
You know
If
what?
they were
They'll be
dating-
in my Steelers. They'll be in my Steelers sneakers, my friend. 'Cause
Oh, they're
I
gonna
do have
stink
them.
They're going to stink bad,
No,
those
my
socks.
feet do not stink because I have proper hygiene, my friend.
I have a sock question. Has anybody here
Yes.
crocheted a pair of socks for an adult?
I tried, but they weren't
Now you
comfortable.
gotta have-
But
Yeah, I didn't think they were comfortable. Like
Right.
I did one crochet pair and then I was like, never again.
Is it the
Oh,
bumpiness of it, or was it that they were
Yeah.
tight?
Yeah.
Bumpiness.
yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
The knitting
Ugh.
creates a much better fabric for socks.
yeah. Before I knew how to knit, I did the crochet. I tried to crochet socks, and my kids just were like,
Okay, you guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's save some time for our friend Jackie of the what's her podcast? Crochet
Oh, you
told
me.
80s HDHD because she's gonna have
yeah.
something to say about this.
About what?
Uh-oh.
crocheting socks, probably.
Oh, crocheting socks.
Her
Why would you?
podcast is amazing. She has crocheted socks, and she will give us a review of how crocheted socks are. So I'm gonna call her out.
Oh, well, Jackie. Do you think Jackie will
Well-
come and teach me how to crochet when Amy does her crochet
so.
along?
I hope so
Oh, that would be
because
awesome.
she's
I need all
amazing. I love her.
the.
Do you not crochet, Joe? Joe, do you not crochet?
I have, under the duress of a friendship blanket, where we all gave each
Duress.
other a square. We gifted each other a square to make a blanket, Neil. This was long before you became close and intimate
it for
friends
Kerry?
with Tabitha.
No, we did
I
it
know,
a year
no, that was
before.
a separate project. I did knit a square for Kerry. I did not crochet a square for Kerry. No, I have this friendship blanket and I'm only missing one square. Oh, can I see? Look, Teresa's disappeared now at the pivotal time, Neil. So you might even guess who still owes me a friendship square for my big hug blanket. But we did spend an entire year knitting each other a square so that we could accumulate enough squares to make a blanket. Now, my thoughts are that perhaps I should do a poncho. I should do a giant square with a square hole missing from the middle as my neckline and wear that until somebody sends me a square to tell me that they love me and they're actually my friend.
Well, if you hang fire until September,
Oh,
there's going to
Coggy.
be something in Block Magazine that might be of interest to you.
I need to learn how to do more than just a basic granny square or a corner to corner. I learned through numerous YouTube replays.
That's quite tricky.
And I did one Bavarian square with the back post.
Wow.
But I'm sorry, I'm not a crocheter. No, I'm really not. I have a collection of crochet hooks, but I don't know how to crochet. I really do not.
Well, if you can do Bavarian crochet, I think you can. I think that's fair to say.
That took me a long time and a big glass of wine and multiple replays of YouTube videos.
Happening?
And Neil, I'm left-handed,
What?
so it's very difficult for
What
me to
is
find tutorials.
happening?
I don't know. You're the one who's gone.
Video was
Bella Loco, Joe. You need to follow Bella Loco.
Oh, let me write that down.
She does right and left-handed tutorials. She's
Okay, let me
English,
write-
which is very good.
I'll write
Oh,
that
I know
down.
who you're
under
talking about.
Or is it Bella Coco? It's either Bella Coco or Bella Loco. I can't remember which it is.
Oh.
I'm not sure,
Yes.
but I've seen some. I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Bella, Coco, or Loco. And I've written
Yeah.
that down under train spotting, which I still have to watch. Thank you. Okay.
Is that my page? My page of suggestions. You have a different page for each
Ooh.
person.
This is my little Neil James said page.
People in the
Chat-
comments
chat
are saying
says
it's
it-
Coco. It's Bella Coco.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Because as a left-handed, right-handed knitter, I do crochet with my left hand, with the hook in my left hand. So I need some
I
little
think,
tutorials.
There's a lady called Nazira or Nazirum or something like that, and I think she does left-handed ones as well. I can't. Oh, if anybody knows who she is, say in the comments because
I know who she is.
You do?
I know who the blonde lady you're talking about, right? Who does
Bella,
it?
Bella Coco's
No.
blonde, I think.
I thought the Nazarene lady was. Or she might have been at one
What's-
point.
I can't remember.
What's coming up in the Blocked magazine, Neil?
Well, there's going to be something in there for people that like to do squares. So, you were saying you were going to make a
Good.
sweater. So there's and there's links to lots of things going to be in there about these squares. So, that's it. So Yolanda has got it. Nastasia.
Okay.
Can you put
Yolanda
that on the
always
screen? I
pops
can't,
up. Yep.
I can't see the
Yo-Yo
chocolate.
is
The audience is a bit like having
the
Google without having
best.
to type anything.
She's
I
the
know.
best.
It's kind of cool.
They know everything.
Yo-Yo
Thank
is
you,
always
Yo.
right on it.
Nastasia. Thank you, Yo. Tutorials. Wow. I think my
She needs
friendship
to
blanket
come
will
on
just be
our
a
chat
friendship
someday.
poncho. I don't even know how to put the squares
on,
together,
Yo-Yo.
Neil. So I've got all these beautiful squares, and I don't know a simple or correct way to join them in crochet. So I would really love a tutorial off somebody or advice off somebody, and I'll just make it a poncho
There's
until
no correct way.
last
It depends how you want it to look.
square
Yeah, basically there's
tidy,
different ways.
something neat and tidy.
Squares.
Oh,
I'd
I've
be
got
happy
to bring this up.
I have squares.
Hallowed
You have
Angel
to-
has
Yeah.
just come out as Bistitual. And I just need to comment about the
Oh.
craft snarkers.
Oh, I
They've been
saw
crying
that.
and getting
Shocking.
all up themselves because if you say you're bistitual, you're copying bisexuals. And I say bullshit. Oh, sorry. It's bilingual. And if you say
You're fine.
bilingual the proper way, it works with bistitual.
Yeah.
Listen, Hallowed Angel,
Yeah.
I see you.
Bicycle.
And you are stunning and brave.
Bicycle. 2 wheels.
Very stunning and brave. I always thought it was like bicentennial
Yeah, black-
or,
Yeah,
Or
I don't think they
binary.
realize
Thank you
what
for all of your
bi means.
emotional labour.
bicycle. Bye.
yeah.
Yeah, that'll be
Thank you
£60,
for feeling-
everyone, please.
Thank you.
Thank you for feeling safe for
Yes.
coming out on our podcast because we really are glad that you have that
You know,
safety there.
safe.
Let me shout you
Stay
a coffee,
safe.
Neil. Let me shout you a coffee. Oh gosh.
Here's Coggy.
Stand in the
gosh.
gap, Joe.
Or a
Stand in the
tea.
gap.
Yeah.
Pansexual.
Stand in the gap. What's how are
Pansexual.
you saying?
Coggy.
Sexual. Oh,
Coggy's blown
everything.
my
Oh,
very
Coggy
minds.
does all
Autocorrect.
of it. Yes.
I still need to
I
watch
thought that
Coggy's
said
latest.
tart.
I
Hang
keep
on.
looking at it. You
Tart.
need to watch that.
Hang on.
Caddy.
I
Please
thought
use that,
Coggy said
don't
she
you?
was a tart then. Sorry, Cogs. Oh my goodness, my glasses need cleaning. It must have been all the blue hair that was over my glasses. Pansexual, Coggy, get out of town. I don't know if I can be seen with you. Good grief. Oh,
You
I
can
did
with the
see
blue
something
hair.
funny the other day. I saw a really great T-shirt that Coggy had on the other day about being a grandma who cusses. I thought that was funny.
Oh, well, I get really upset when the autocorrect, I'm texting my husband and it autocorrects to duck like all the time.
Ah, I have a test for you. Try and
No,
write the
it's
word duck,
never duck.
and it'll correct
okay?
it to
It's
fuck.
never duck.
No, that never does
Never
it
duck.
for me. It does it the other way
Ah.
around. And I know
Never duck.
this because I'm married to a man.
Yes. It's
Neil.
never duck.
So you
okay?
say it a lot.
Never duck.
What word do you type in, Neil? What word do you put in the text?
If you type in duck,
Oh,
it'll
duck.
Correct.
Duck.
Yeah, it'll correct. What do you mean, duck?
Duck.
Oh,
Duck.
speaking of accents, did you see Lynn's brilliant Joe accent? It was brilliant. So, Chicken
Lynn?
Lady, Lynn,
Lynn?
she did the most amazing Joe Bob accent.
Crikey.
Oh, I didn't see
He was
that.
like, crikey. It was really good.
Crikey. I've got to go and listen to Linny. Oh my goodness.
Do
I've
you,
missed
Joe,
it.
do you
It's
do
just got a
that
podcast.
when you say no?
But
Do you do
what
that
I did
noi?
No. No, 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 no.
Does.
Which area
Yes, you
says
do.
noi?
You do.
No. No, that reminds me of Lindy Chamberlain, you know, a dingo's got my baby. Back in
I have a
the
story.
Oh, I
about
remember
Lindsay
that one.
Chamberlain. I was in a lift with her in Sydney.
Oh, poor lady.
Ugh.
She
I really
was
feel
being,
for that lady.
I used to work for ABC Radio in Sydney, and she was being interviewed, and I just had this job, you know, running about doing whatever. I was 19, whatever, 20, and she was in the lift, and all I wanted to say to her was, "Did you do it? Did you do it?" But I didn't.
You
say anything.
did not. You
No, I didn't
did
say
not.
a word. We didn't even speak. But I tell you what, she looked hard. She looked like a
Talk-
hard woman.
Well, I would be too, Neil, if I'd been vilified and accused of killing my beautiful baby on a camping trip.
Oh.
I mean, that was just the most disgusting thing
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
ever seen.
This
in my
is
life.
another one of them things where only you and I know what we're talking about. Everyone else is.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Oh.
about. I remember when it happened. It was crazy, and then they took her to trial, and it was just.
How long did she
And then
spend? Was
they-
it 10 years she spent in prison?
I don't remember.
Disgusting. I've been to those campgrounds. I've been to Uluru
Yeah, I
to
have
the
as well. Yeah.
There is no privacy. They just had their. It was like being in a parking lot at Walmart in the dirt. There was, you know, little bonfires and cars parked along and tents set up. Nothing. You wouldn't have farted and everybody would have heard you and known what you were doing there. Let alone be accused of murdering your own baby there. I mean, it's just disgusting. that poor family, what they went through is just horrible.
Yeah.
I've
Well,
seen dogs.
guess who was at that campsite at exactly the same time?
Fuck.
And this
Who?
will was
Nope.
who's. Do you know who Marina
Don't.
Abramovich is?
So shut up.
The name is familiar.
No way.
Do
Are
a search
you-
for Marina Abramovich. She
Are you
and
serious?
Her partner, who they were artists at the time, and
Oh,
they were
okay.
doing a tour of Australia, and they were there. And the thing
Yes.
about Marina Abramovich is she is evil, and there
Yeah,
are
That's probably
conspiracy
about
Okay,
as
yeah,
far
yeah.
as you want to go.
that have linked
Yeah, okay.
her
That
to
wasn't
the
a
baby.
Yeah, okay.
That's all I'll have to say.
All right, that's
Yes.
who it is. Okay, that's who I thought it was. Okay, I had to double check.
Yes, Liz can knit, the Satan worshipper, the one who
Yeah,
does the
she's
spirit
crazy.
cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, Okay, everything is evil. Okay. Just go. I found
Everything.
there's an app called Burrow.
When you
and
say an app,
They put
is this on the phone?
all the conspiracy stuff and everything, but it's all what? Go ahead.
Is it on the phone?
It's on
The
your
app.
TV, on your phone, on your iPad, whatever,
Ah.
Burrow. And they put out all the conspiracy stuff. Now, I will watch some of it and go, okay, that's stretching, that's stretching, that's stretching. But, 95% of it is all like, you have to think about it. Because it's not what your mainstream news are telling you. And
Oh, okay,
they tell
Rosie.
you why they're not doing that. Go ahead. What?
I said, okay, Roseanne. You sound like Roseanne Barr.
Okay.
Don't diss
That's
Roseanne.
fine. I'm
I like
okay with
Roseanne.
that.
That's
Because
not
you
an
know what?
insult.
Roseanne,
That's a compliment.
Roseanne
Roseanne
knows
just did a-
what's going on, and she tells it. Yes.
She just had an
I just
interview with
gotta
Blair
perfect my
White.
laugh.
Oh, no, I really loved her interview with James O'Keefe. That laugh kills me.
I'll fix my
Literally
laugh.
kills me. Her interview with Blair White was just a drug fest, but I really enjoyed her one with James O'Keefe.
The one with Alex Stein was way
Oh,
more
yeah.
subdued than I thought it would be.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
so funny.
especially
I
Alex
thought it
Stein.
was going to be off the hook, and it was so good.
Yeah, it was really good.
She knows
I don't
shit,
know.
okay? She knows.
I know. I always imagine Alex Stein dressed like a women's Olympic swimmer at the town
Alex
hall.
Stein is,
Funny
He's the
bugger.
best.
He's a funny
I mean,
bugger.
I can
Yep.
take him in small doses, but
Oh,
in big doses, he's amazing, you know. And so is Dave Landau. If you're not watching Dave
Yeah.
Landau and Quarterback Garrett on The Blaze, you're missing out. I mean, it is so good. And it's real, and it's what everybody's thinking. And they just say it, you know.
I like this
It's
guy
so
that I
good.
watch on YouTube, Dr. Todd Grande, where he'll go over things in the news, but he won't diagnose
yeah.
people, but he'll give his opinion. And he was talking
Yeah.
about the woman who poisoned the family with the mushrooms. And he said, he's talking about the husband saying he did not get back together with her, probably because he didn't want to be dead. And, but he's very straight-laced. He's like a psychiatrist. He puts in all these little aside comments while he's doing it, and they're hilarious.
I think the funerals were actually yesterday. Yeah.
That
That's
was
really
horrific.
awful. She herself has come out with her own statements now that she's lawyered up and saying ridiculous things like, oh, I too was hospitalised with stomachache and diarrhea. And I turned to my family last night and said, anyone can fake that. Nobody can contest that you have diarrhea because no one's in the toilet with you, and nobody can tell you whether or not you have a stomachache. And then she said, oh, and I fed the leftovers to my children the next night, but I scraped out the mushrooms because they don't like mushrooms. So that's to prove, according to her, that it wasn't intentional.
No.
Anyway.
Amy's
Sure she
blaming
knew
you for
what she was-
something, Liz.
What?
She just put, I think it was Liz, but I don't know what that's in relation to. It's all your fault, Liz. Whatever.
I don't know
Amy
which
and I are
Liz.
tight now. We're doing the Garter thing. We're the Garter gang.
Oh, I think she's replying to Liz Can Knit, isn't she? Sorry, I'm getting confused.
Probably.
Yeah, Liz Can Knit has
She
just said that the
said-
Bible says that the end of the world will be like the days of Noah. And what in the hell were people doing back then?
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Right?
As long as you and Amy aren't going to be the Garter girls.
Thanks, Danielle.
Then we
And
will-
I dial it back a bit. Yeah.
Say that again.
I said I don't want to, as long
What?
as she and Amy don't turn into the Garter girls. You know,
Oh no.
What did
No.
Therese say? We
No.
missed
I don't know what Therese said.
What did I say? I don't remember.
Just
What did
then.
I say? I don't know.
Just then. We were talking about Liz Nett's comment and you just said something, but I missed it. I'm sorry.
No, what did Liz say? What? I don't
Oh,
know.
how
I was talking
how in the
about
world could
Suzanne.
the time before
Oh,
Noah
what?
be worse than today? Like, what else could they have been doing? And I'm like, it was bad.
Was it? Okay.
I think, you know what, Tara? And Tara, we need to talk about this because,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm
The Catholic
struggling
tropes?
right now with biblical stuff that is happening now. So are we at
Yeah.
end times? Are we not? This and that. So
Well,
I'm
it's
pumped
hard
up.
to say. And like, I know
Yeah.
that there are a lot of people who are black pilled and saying that, yeah, we are, and it's awful, blah, blah, blah. I say there is always the hope of that people will repent and then things get pushed back. I will
Not-
say
Yep.
that I think given certain technologies, it's a lot more possible today than it was any time before.
Wow.
Do you mean for
Well, you
things
know-
like the mark of the beast and things like that?
Yeah, like when like, you know, a mark in the palm of your hand on your forehead and not being able to buy and sell. And then you have all these people on TikTok and other videos saying, oh, I'm buying stuff with the palm of my hand and using that to pay. And I'm like, oh,
at
my
Whole
God, people.
Foods, I'm at Whole Foods doing my thing. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's stuff like that. And like a lot of like the AI stuff creeps me out. And what a lot of the transhumanists
Yes.
talk about creeps
Yep.
me out.
Yep.
Because I'm like, it just
Well,
It-
I've been going on about transhumanism for ages now because the British government has got a document on their website talking about transhumanism, and nobody will listen to me. And the thing that's happened this week that made me made my jaw drop is there's a new advert for people to join the army. And it's a girl, and they zoom in on her eye, and they say, "What is the army of the future going to look like?" And then they do a thing, you know, as if they're looking through her eyes, and it's all computer stuff in her eye. And then it says, "It looks like you." And basically, when they do the transhumanism thing, they've said in the British document that they're going to start with the armed forces, and they're going to give them like vision that you can see in the dark and you can see further, you know, for snipers and things like that. Well, the thing that they talk about is about taking away human rights. And now that's something else
Right.
that's being talked about in Britain, because they want to take away human rights so that they can deal with the migrant crisis. But people who want to deal with the migrant crisis are like, yeah, let's get rid of human rights. But then the problem with that is then we don't have human rights either. So it's something is happening. I'm an atheist. I think Joe is. Are you an atheist, Joe? I can't
Right.
remember.
I'm an atheist.
Yeah, but
an
I
atheist.
do
But
get
listen,
what
but
you're saying
listen,
about the end times. I
listen.
get it, you know.
I'm feeling like I need a big
So,
roll of the aluminium
Listen,
foil
so
right now.
Tara is a
Greek Orthodox.
but listen, Tara
Eastern
is
Orthodox.
Tara is a Orthodox Christian. I am
Eastern
a I don't know, middle of the road, like
You
I'm
Catholic?
I used to be, and then the
Hmm.
whole pedophile thing went on.
Hmm.
Go watch
Hmm.
the Netflix special The Keepers. Okay, that was my high school. Okay.
Mhm.
So
Wow.
I am a Christian, but not with the religion. And then we have Neil and you and whatever, or atheists. But we all
Whatever.
can come together and say, this bullshit
Oh, yeah.
is bullshit.
Yes.
So
Yes.
when that happens, that's the big thing. Because
Yeah.
everybody's coming together and saying, this
On the
is
same
bullshit.
page. And so are the Muslims.
We're all
It's
on the same
bullshit to
page,
them.
and we're not the same. Right.
Right.
Yeah, like I
And
see
that
all the
makes people
transhumanist
not-
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you look at, because like in the Bible, it
Mhm.
talks about how before the flood, all the earth was corrupt, like nature was corrupted.
Yes.
And a lot of us will just read that and think,
Yeah.
oh, well, people were sinful. It was just that people were sinful and corrupted. Yes, absolutely. But
Right.
then if you look at
Define simple.
well, and if you look
Right.
at what is going on, like with the genetic modifications and
Mhm.
some of the
Yes.
stuff that you know is going on in labs with like mixing things together, and you know the transhumanist stuff with wanting to meld man with machine, like how
Yeah.
is that not corrupting nature and God's creation?
Right.
It absolutely is.
Mhm.
And I do not believe that, okay, Netflix has a show called Ancient Apocalypse. It's
Yeah.
fascinating. And it talks about like, was there an advanced civilization like thousands of years in the past? And then there was like an ancient apocalypse where there was like destruction and everything. Because there are flood myths all over amongst people who, if you accept like the current, you know, understanding of ancient civilization and history, these people never should have been able to talk to each other. And yet they all
Wow.
have the same stories. And so you know,
I don't believe any of
just
this.
think about this, like, you know, was there an advanced civilization that was doing all kinds of stuff like people are doing today?
Mhm.
And then it was all
Mhm.
destroyed in a flood. And it goes in, and the guy who does the
Right
show, like,
story.
he's not religious at all. He's just looking at the evidence of
What
all
evidence?
of this.
Scientific evidence.
Yes, scientific evidence of
Okay.
like this ancient destruction, and he really questions how old some of these sites are, like megalithic
The
sites.
dating.
And there are some other
Yep.
things that have been discovered recently that really kind of turn our current understanding of ancient peoples on their heads. It's fascinating.
Wow.
It's absolutely
I think all of
fascinating.
that. I think when you get into all of that, it really, all of the changes that have happened since the industrial age, none of this has a bearing on our day-to-day life now, Tara. So I don't understand why people get so hooked up on the conspiracies. I mean, remember The Bionic Man? Great show. Loved it. Watched it as a kid. Who gives a shit if someone's implanting something in their eyeballs so they can have night vision? Do it to yourself. Don't push it on me. I don't care.
Okay,
So I just think we worry too much.
No, there's a really important thing about it, though, is that what goes along with it is that one of the debates that they're having is if you have your eyes implanted with this bionic whatever, the British government, anyway, are then saying that they're asking the question, is that person a human still?
Oh,
Therefore,
I see.
Are they allowed to have human rights? But also, if you leave the army and you've had your eyes done and you have a bionic arm, if you're no longer serving your country, they're debating whether they remove those things. So you end up blind
You're
and
a non-person.
lame. Yeah.
Non-person.
So there's a lot of things going on behind the face value of it.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned it.
Said,
because
are
I
you
don't
still a
have any
human?
knowledge of it. Yeah, I have no knowledge of it. So I'm glad you brought it up. I'll look into it for sure.
I bet the Australian government is doing the same thing. But if you go on their website and look for it, you'll probably find something very similar.
Okay.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying about the human rights side
and
of
one
things.
of the things, the dilemma they have, the moral dilemma that the government has, isn't whether they should do this to the people or not. The moral thing that they've got is how do they persuade us to accept it? And that's all in this document. So it's going to happen. It isn't something that might happen or might not happen. It will happen to us. But they'll do it in a way that people will want it. So, you know, imagine being able to send text messages with your brain and not actually have to type it, you know, and do the duck fuck thing in your head rather than writing it. Most people will be like, oh, yeah, I can't wait to have this upgrade. I can't wait for the new Apple chip in my brain, you know, and that's what people will be doing. We'll be paying for it. We'll be paying to be made into these cyborg things.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, going back to the thing you were saying, Tara, this is blasphemous to Christians and stuff, but have you read the Book of Enoch?
I wouldn't say it's blasphemous. I have not read it. I need to. Well, the thing is that, and I can't cite any specifics, but actually the Book of Enoch, like there are a lot of quotes and references to things that are in the Book of Enoch, like in the New Testament. So it was well known at the time. It was written. And so like, I wouldn't say it's blasphemous. It's just not canonical.
Yeah. But what I found about it, because I haven't read it like the whole thing, but I've read bits of it, is that it makes the whole Genesis story of Noah make sense, because basically in that he says that that the angels came down and actually impregnated the women, and their children were all basically monsters. So the idea was that the reason the so-called God killed everybody was that the only people that weren't tainted in that way, so weren't monsters, was Noah's family. Which is why, so because I always used to say to Christians, how can it be a good God if he killed every single person on the planet apart from one family? You know, because he's like killed more people than Satan has, according to the Bible. But then when you realize that those people weren't actually human.
Yeah, well, and the thing is that if you look at mythologies, and here I'm kind of going down a crazy road. And it's just things that, you know, I kind of think about. I can't really say if it's true or not, but if you think about mythologies where you have like half human, half animal monsters. And in all these mythologies where like there's the pantheon of gods or whatever. Like,
and astrology as well, Tara.
Yeah. And if you kind of think about it with, you know, why do we always assume that it's all made up?
Well, if you want to go down a real rabbit hole,
maybe it's not.
Do some research into the Tartarian Empire.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
No idea if it's real, but
Yep.
I really enjoy it all. I think it's so cool. Go on, Therese.
I'm sorry, but I thought Noah's Ark was all about saving the animals. That's all I. It
was saving
it. Yeah,
uncorrupted
the animals were more important. Yeah.
All right.
No, I found that app. There's an app called what's it called?
The Burrow.
What?
The Burrow?
The Burrow.
The Burrow. Yes.
Is that the one you were telling us about?
Yes, the Burrow. And it's on all your smart TVs, and it's an app.
Yeah, I'll have to download that app.
They have all the conspiracy stuff. You know, some of it you have to go, okay, that's a stretch. That's a stretch. That's a stretch. But I would say maybe 30% is a stretch and 70% is not, or maybe more, you know, 20-80. Yeah, they stretch it a little bit. I watched a thing about 9/11, about the towers going down, this and that. Yeah. And I would say, a lot of the predictive stuff, okay, that's a stretch, because those towers in New York were that was a landmark. So if you're going to do a movie or a TV show or whatever, you're going to put the towers in there. Because it was
iconic for New York, and New York is the iconic American city.
Right. Yeah. And so there were airlines and this and that were having the Twin Towers and the Statue of Liberty, and that was part of their marketing. you're in New
Battery
York. Of
power.
course, that's going to be your marketing. But
Yeah. It
then
is.
there's other ones like The Simpsons and, you know, South Park and all the anime things that were like, yeah, we're flying planes into the towers. And so that
Yeah.
seems more suspicious than the other stuff. And so now you go down the rabbit hole, the burrow, if you will.
Mhm.
And you know, you have to give your own judgment and go, okay, this seems legit, and this seems no, this is crazy, you know. But
Mhm.
I guarantee it's more legit than not. And it's about COVID, and it's about the jabs, and it's about everything.
Speaking of
So,
the coup,
you know, watch it and
they've announced on our TV and in our media and everything that Porton Down, which is a notorious chemical experimentation place, they're developing a new vaccine for the next pandemic that hasn't happened yet. So my question is, how can they do that when you don't know what it's going to be? But then, do they know what it's going to be? And with
probably.
the election coming up shortly, last time it happened in November,
It's
December
2024.
prior to the election. Will it happen in
Yeah,
November,
Jeff.
December this time?
uh-huh.
Hopefully not.
Oh,
But-
Yes, it
people
will.
already flipping out about RSV, and like I've been hearing about it for a while, but I'm like, have you people like never had small children? Because like people are like, well, I've never heard it's RSV, and I'm like, well, some of us who had babies know about RSV.
Yeah.
Like it's not something that came out of nowhere. It's been around for a long time. It's just if you've never had a baby or it's been a long time, like you wouldn't necessarily know about it.
Yeah. It's just whatever the media gives to them to think about. That's all.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
I read
media-
a horrible thing in Australia that apparently 700. Oh, sorry, this is really going to make everyone miserable. 700 babies that they aborted them survived and were left to die. Now, I'm sure it's happening everywhere. I'm not just saying this is Australia, but I was so shocked when I read that. So how could how could you let that happen? You know,
one of the states, I think it was Minnesota, or one of them just passed a bill where they don't have to record how many died.
Wow.
Because it was too many, so they don't have to keep track of it now and report it to the government.
Well, another guy in Britain was arrested for silently praying outside an abortion clinic.
Right.
Arrested.
I saw that.
It's now illegal to pray outside an abortion clinic in the UK, which I'm not religious, but I am so tempted to just stand there with a salmon looking suspicious and pretending to pray.
Neil, we had a guy in NASCAR, you know, the racing, and he got suspended for liking a post. He clicked on thumbs up for liking a post that said something bad about the guy that got killed,
George Floyd.
He was high. I'm trying to be nice about the names and stuff because who knows? You're not allowed to talk about that. You know.
Wow.
He clicked the thumbs up and he got fired from his job.
Yep.
Well, it's not like there was a rope used to tie the garage door.
Oh,
that was claimed to be a noose. Yeah, so turned out that he'd used that garage the year before, and the knots were all the same way, and he didn't have a problem. But let's just ignore that fact.
Smollett syndrome.
Yeah, like that Carly Russell girl, like that girl who admitted that she lied and was not kidnapped by the red-haired bald guy.
Okay.
The new thing in the news here, Neil, too, is also the 300 plus children born to Catholic priests in Australia.
What?
Oh, shit.
OMG.
Well, at least it's sleeping with women instead of the alternative.
Wow.
So
I
it's
don't know
just
why I'm
interesting.
surprised.
No, it's just interesting what the mainstream media is coming out with at the moment to take your mind off everything else happening in the world. So they've decided that that's finally a thing. And to me, even as an atheist, I think, oh, wow, now it's attacking Christians, particularly the Roman Catholic Church. So they've done, George Pell is gone and they're done with that. So the next thing now is instead of, sexually abused children, it's going to be these illegitimately born children from Catholic priests. So that's all going to hit the news now and be the next news story. So they're just coming up with another thing to bash religions.
So do you think that this is true or not true? What do you think it's true, but they're just bringing it out because it's convenient now? Or do you think they're making it up?
I think it's convenient now. I think this research has been going on for a very long time, but right now it's convenient that that's the news headline. It's very convenient now that that's come out. That could have come out 5-10 years ago when we needed it to, when victims needed support and more proof that some wrongdoings were happening in that church community. No, they've sat on this for a long time. These people are my age and older, which is old, and they're now discussing what they've been finding over the last, I don't know how many years. It's only, the media's taken it today or yesterday, and they're carrying it now. So that'll be interesting. It's just very, very convenient that that's the next news story.
Well.
Very convenient. Oh, and those poor people in Maui. Oh my goodness. Whew.
Yeah, the funny thing is that I've seen some of the conspiracy theories about, it was started by a direct energy weapon, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, those photos are probably faked. Like, if they're faking all this other stuff, why can't they fake this to get the conspiracy theorists all?
They said they had the power going through the lines despite the wind. And
it's a land grab.
The power
is totally a land grab. It's not like the rich people's mansions are on fire.
In Lahaina, it is. Where it is, there's a lot of rich people who have property there.
Okay.
A lot of theirs is untouched, though.
Oh. I don't know. I guess we'll wait and see what happens when they finally get into those buildings. I mean, emergency services and first responders, it must be absolutely traumatizing to go through all those vehicles on the roadway, along the promenade there, along the waterway.
That must have been absolutely shocking. Okay. They don't care. It's about the land. Okay. What can we do with this land that we're going to declare is unsafe for anybody else to put a business or a house here? We're going to take it.
Really? I don't think so. We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see.
Yeah, it's a lot of people who are not, who have probably been in those homes for a very long time and could not afford them today. Not by a long shot. Yeah.
It's just shocking.
And a lot, and it's just sad.
Oh
it's
the comment.
People should live in Hawaii too.
They asked Joe on his vacation, what do you want to say about Maui? No comment.
I know.
But
did you see how they
send how many billions over to Ukraine? Are you kidding me?
Well, yeah.
Well, they didn't care about the
the
chemical spill in Ohio.
No,
they don't care.
Yeah. Well, did you see Oprah? Oprah was there trying to get into one of the shelters with her camera crew, and they wouldn't let her camera crew in because these people are, devastated victims, and they don't need to be on Oprah's. No, she probably wanted to get, look at me, I'm helping out.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't let her camera crew in, but.
Speaking of black women, we have a regular wombat in a gully on the side of the road about 2 kilometers from home. So just over a mile and a bit. We've named her Whoopi because she's really dark and hard to see in the dark, but she's always there every night. She comes out of her burrow every night. Just thought I'd mention it because, I always have a wild story tale for you. So we Mills and I, have named this wombat Whoopi.
Whoopi.
Wombat.
Whoopi.
Brilliant.
For her.
Yeah,
Whoopi
Whoopi the wombat.
There was
She's
somebody
dark.
in a,
She's sleek and she's sneaky. And she's
Oh.
always in the bloody gutter in the gully.
So not like Whoopi at all. No, she's not
No.
sleek at all. Yeah, no.
No,
Well-
but she is dark. So
Well,
we named her
Whoopi
Whoopi.
should take it as an honor because
Oh
wombats
yeah,
are
God,
adorable.
to have a wombat named after you. Yeah. For sure.
Not everybody gets a wombat named after them.
You know
I'm
what?
just
No,
saying.
so stay tuned. And Murray is still sleeping inside at night.
Good
But
for
Millie's
Murray.
complaining about it. He still comes in every night. I make her bring him in, and he has his little dog bowl of pellets and his water bowl and his newspaper and his blankie and a rattle toy. You know those balls that roll around with a rattle in them? Murray
Is
has
he
a
a
little toy.
sheep or a goat?
He's a sheep.
Yeah, he's a
sheep.
merino. He's a
Murray's
merino.
merino.
Ooh.
Murray
Yeah.
merino.
And I give him a kiss.
Yes.
And I
we
check
all-
his fleece
yes.
and I say, keep growing that fleece, Murray. Keep growing that fleece for me.
Joe's
But
going to get a
Millie's
sweater
getting
quantity
fed up
out of
with
Murray.
carrying him.
You could dye him
He's
now.
just
He could be Mrs. Slocum for you. Dye
I
his,
should do
his
that in the
fleece
paddock.
and then get it
He and
No
the
spun.
Kelpies.
orange. No orange.
He-
No orange.
Yeah, no
Yeah, no
orange.
orange.
No
No
orange.
orange.
But then you could give Murray his own Instagram and you can do videos
Right.
of
Oh.
him
Murray the
hanging
sheep.
out.
Yes. I'll
Murray
follow
Merino.
Yeah, he sleeps inside at night. Every night he comes in to sleep inside. He's not even 3 months yet. I thought he was older because he's actually
Oh,
as
he's
tall
not?
as a Kelpie. He's as tall as our Australian Kelpie. He's growing little horns. They're very cute. And he's
Aw.
an absolute ball. He's a real sweetie.
Will
So
he,
that's my
when he
wife.
gets older, will he grow to be afraid of you? Or will he
Well-
always be okay with you, do you think?
Oh no, because we give him pellets. If we often, when he's in the paddock full time, if we're he thinks Millie's his mother. He cries for her all the time. So if he sees Millie, if he gets a whiff of her, he will run towards her. Purely like Pavlov's dogs, you know, they know that there's food in that person's hand or a bottle of milk in her hand. So he will probably knock her over and run for her every time. And be quite stroppy and bossy because he will be expecting to be hand fed or given a bottle every time he sees her. So he'll not be afraid of us, no. And he's not afraid of the dogs, which is a bad thing because we do have wild dogs, dingo crosses who are mauling sheep, and he would not run away from one. He thinks the dogs are his friends.
Oh, God.
The
So he'll get there.
baby.
When we put him in with the other sheep, he'll learn all the lessons they have to teach him, and he'll grow to have his sheep mentality. But he'll always, if you always spend time with them, Neil, if you go out a few times a week and talk to them and give them pellets out of your hand, they'll always be quiet, as we call it. You know, they're not going to be wild and silly. They'll always be
Right.
calm and quiet. Yeah.
Dingo ate your baby.
Murray has to learn to sheep.
Rowan.
So do you
Rowan
live
the
on
goat.
a farm?
Oh, it's not a farm as such. It's 100 acres. About 80% of it is forest. So we're a real bushfire threat. The rest is cleared with the paddocks for the
100
sheep.
acres.
I'm on 100 acres, but I'll take you for a walk one day, Neil. It's very, very wild, and there's lots of scary giant goannas
Yeah.
and
I would die
wild
for
pig.
100 acres.
I think you should build me a house there. As long as there's internet and electricity and
I would
Murray's yarn,
love
I'd be happy.
100 acres. Are you
Oh,
kidding
I'm-
me?
I love
I'm
the
completely
critters.
off the grid, Neil. I don't have electricity. I have solar power electricity, and we have rainwater tanks to collect the water.
Ah,
We're
so do
completely
you have
off the grid.
brown water?
She's
Yes,
out
on the
When I
the
stayed
grid.
in Warren, they had brown water. Oh, it was horrible.
Yeah, we have the rainwater that comes off the roof of the machinery shed. That's pretty clean, and that's our shower water. But the toilet water and other water is from the dam near the house. It's pumped up into a tank and held until we need it.
Is everything red dust?
No, we have more of a sandstone. So my car, I'm not embarrassed to show you this. Hang on. My car, my studio here, Oh, here we go. Here's a little bit of, oh, good grief, full of hair. Here's a little tiny bit left of my ranunculus. That's all I had left. I didn't realise it fell on the floor. Okay, Neil, are you ready for this? I need to open the door. Okay, where I live is sand. Hang on, just going under my floor mat. Okay, can you? Oh, here we go. Where's my hand? Where's my hand? Here we go.
Wow.
Oh, you can't see it. It's just, oh golly, it is just. I don't want to spill it on myself. It is just.
Your dandruff, really,
sand.
isn't it?
Let me move my thumb out of the way. See that crap? It's just.
Wow.
Oh god.
Yeah.
I'm going to spill it everywhere. It's just sand. It's actually very, very sandy, porous. It's like being at the beach. Oh, it's disgusting. This is all in my car. There you go.
Fine. It's fine.
That is all in my
It's
car.
fine.
I've got enough sand. It's really sandy. I've got enough sand to build a castle. I'm not embarrassed. Oh my gosh, here's another handful. Like, I mean handfuls. I mean
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
yuck.
handfuls. Handfuls of sand. Handfuls.
Wow.
Here we go. Now it's all over my car seat. Excuse me. Oh. Everywhere is sand. Everywhere.
We're getting the back
Oh.
of Neil's kitty.
Is that Ollie?
It's not good cropping.
Oh,
It's not
Ollie.
good path.
This one's Ollie. He's the vicious one.
Yeah.
He's the one that gives me all the scars.
He was giving us
Oh
the
my
tail.
Was it flicking like that?
Yeah. Yeah. He's not
Oh my
impressed with us, I guess. All right. So, knitting wise, we probably should talk a little more about that because,
Knitting?
Well,
Knitting? What?
Are there any
Oh,
knitting conspiracy
I'm
theories?
crocheting right now. Yeah.
or crocheting, whatever. Is there any knitting stories or any knitting scoop, Neil, that we need to talk about?
Oh, wait, real quick.
Ooh.
Morgan?
Morgan,
So-
please talk to
Real
us.
quick. So,
Yeah,
to
what's the
answer Neil's question from earlier about the sock arm sweater, I'm thinking
Oh yeah.
that we'll probably stick to either, that particular pattern or one like it, or doing the cardigan version, because I'm going to do the cardigan version. So,
too.
Oh.
and another kind of, I guess, unofficial rule or addendum to a rule,
We
I
have
don't
no
know.
rules. No rules.
But
No
rules.
I'm
rules.
pretty much,
No rules.
so I know with those patterns you use the self-striping, sock yarn for that.
Be careful.
Well, I have a little bit left over, but not enough to do like a whole sleeve. So I'm going to create my own stripes with
Stripes.
straps.
Yes.
So that's kind of like a
Yes.
little like asterisk that like you don't have to use self-striping sock
Well, yeah, you
yarn
just
to
need to have
sleeves.
stripy sleeves.
So, right.
Yeah. Wait.
And then I still need, so if someone wants to help me come up with a hashtag, I don't know if we still wanted to just stick with the Knit Night podcast one or if we wanted to do something else.
Whatever. Just knit
Um,
night.
you should do one.
podcast. Nobody cares.
Well,
Just whatever.
why
You
not?
should do
Nobody cares.
or you could do your podcast name. And then that way when you do other
Yeah.
things on your
Yes,
podcast,
yours
you can throw them
too.
in there.
Yeah, for sure.
Could do
Yeah,
that too,
that promotes your podcast.
Tag
Joe, I had
both
that
of
book
us.
too.
Yeah, we don't care. Whatever.
There's some
No, we
good
don't
patterns
care.
in that book.
Yeah,
I
Joe
love
got it.
this is why I bought it, because of this one.
I know.
Liz
That's
was
cool.
really
I have-
good.
Yeah.
I have yarn
How
for
would
that
that
one
be?
too.
One so bad.
How adaptable do
I
you think
have-
the pattern is for a bloke?
I
What's
have
the
yarn for that
neckline
one
like?
too. What, on the boat neck one?
I've got all these self-striping
Neckline on what?
yarns.
Neckline on what one? On the one she just showed? Because,
No,
or are you talking about
cardigan one
the
I'm
stock
talking
arm? Oh,
Yeah,
it's like around here.
Look at her.
It's not-
Look at her. Oh my God. Look at her yarn. Oh my God.
I've got all this
It's only the
self-striping
sleeves.
yarn.
How many sleeves are you going to do, Joe, on your sock arm?
It's not an
Here,
octopus.
Neil. Neil, can you
Ah,
I
see?
don't know what.
Ah, yeah. Oh, that'd be all right, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. Shut up.
Like I said, the only waist shaping is it goes out. It doesn't cinch back in. It just
Right.
goes out towards for the hips. So yeah, I mean, there's
Okay.
no
Carry
major
on.
shaping in the body at all.
Yeah.
But listen,
So-
how many skeins do you need to do a sleeve? One each? Don't you need two to do the sleeves?
Depends on the size. What size are you going to do? There's 30,
Fat lady.
34, 38, 42, 46, 50, 54, 58, 62, and 66.
I don't want to do a cardigan. I want to do a sweater. I just worry about
well,
the arms.
Then I need to go back up to the sweater. Hold on.
This is from Germany. This lady is very clever. This is Nicole C. Mendez, and it's from her Etsy shop
Wow.
that I bought
That's
2
pretty.
Christmases ago. Not last Christmas, the Christmas before. I like the colours on this one. Amy, what do you think?
There's sweaters, raglan sweaters that you can
Yeah,
make with
you
that.
can just do any sweater. And as long as your sleeves are stripy, right?
Right.
Morgan, I love you
As long as
dearly, but
it's
you can stick to
raglan,
rules.
Sure.
Yeah.
Joe,
Or
you know,
drop sleeve.
Joe,
You can just
Joe,
use it.
you know, there is also a cute little baby sweater there in there, Joe. And you were talking about making cute little baby sweaters.
Oh,
Oh,
That's in the book,
for my
too.
baby.
Yeah.
Oh, I could do a Christmas sweater out of this one called Christmas Cookies. That colour's cute for a little boy. That would be
Yeah.
cute.
That would be
Oh,
adorable.
now I've got to rethink.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
There's
cherry
also a
pink.
drop.
Station.
I'm thinking there's the drop. I like this one for the
it's fine.
pullover. I like the drop sleeve one.
Ah,
You
yeah.
need less
sleeves, yeah.
self-stripe. Yeah, you need less self-striping yarn for
Yeah,
that.
I
one.
It
like
looks
that.
like the
Yeah.
long sleeve under a short sleeve thing, doesn't it? Do you
Yeah,
remember
I like
design?
that.
like
Yes.
I like that one.
T-shirt.
That
under
one
a sweater.
is-
Yes.
That one you need two skeins of the striping for the sleeves.
I don't.
I don't know that you need. I don't know that you need all of the 2 skeins. I think they probably say that so you have enough to match up the stripes if you want to.
And,
Oh, I'm not
And-
matching the stripes. I want different.
no.
I want
Oh,
different
good
arms.
man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Got the
because
balls too.
I might have one blue
Okay.
arm and one red arm.
Why
Stripes.
not?
Yeah,
That's
because-
okay.
okay.
Neil. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
all right, on the one that I just showed, the drop shoulder one, the contrasting color for the largest size is only 620 yards. That's less than 2 skeins
Oh.
if you did it in fingering weight. Now that one's a
Okay.
DK pattern. That drop shoulder one's a DK.
Okay. But here's the thing.
But
You
if-
could do any body of a sweater. If you're doing a sweater
Yeah.
or a cardigan, you could even do the body in DK as long as you leave yourself some room for your armholes. You could do your armholes any weight. You could do it in fingering if you wanted to.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of
Yeah.
it looked like some of the projects on Ravelry were doing it in fingering because
Yeah.
most self striping's in fingering.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Guess who just got out of their exam and are standing here looking at me?
Oh, the girls.
Your
Girls.
child.
Hi, girls. We're podcasting. Go away. I'm podcasting.
Go away.
We're just talking. What have you got for lunch? Show everyone your Aussie lunch for today. What have you got? Oh, here we go.
Tips for chicken
Kinder
salt.
egg.
Chips. Oh, Therese. Chicken salt.
Can you get your hands out of my food?
No, look.
Salt.
And it's
Yes. It's their chicken salt. Yes.
Chips
It's a
with chicken
chip.
salt.
Chicken
Ow, it's
salt.
hot. That's what's for the
Yes.
horrible green yellow colour.
I got chips and
Yeah. It's,
Yeah.
it's
Hopefully, hopefully they did well on their exams.
Chicken salt.
How'd you go on your exams? Good?
Millie reckons you did really poorly.
Millie thinks she did poorly, but she
I
always
think
says
I
that.
did okay.
You did okay. Awesome.
No,
You
she's
survived.
not. She did not.
Another one
Stop
tomorrow.
it.
Another two.
What was the subject?
Oh, 2 exams tomorrow.
What
Okay,
was the
go and sit
subject?
in the sun and have your lunch. Lovely. Leave me alone. I'm podcasting. Thank you. Goodbye. That's my
Fine.
twins,
They're fine.
guys. I have twins.
Okay,
Do you
so
see the colour of this Therese? It's yellow, and I don't mean golden. I mean chicken salt yellow. Look at that. Chicken feet all over it.
yeah,
It's okay. It's okay. Okay, put it up with a black, and that'd be amazing.
So Neil, are you going to do yours in DK or not?
Well, I've got some DK stripy yarn, so I might do it in DK. Yeah.
Wow.
Ooh.
I'm going to
I've
do
got
mine, the body in TK.
Well,
I'm going to do the body in TK and the arms in sport.
Where did you get stripy DK from?
Well, I've got some from Lynn chicken, but I've either got my cherry picking felon, which I'll have to do on both arms, or I'll have to do what Morgan's doing and cut up some yarns and do my own stripes.
There's a lot of self-striping DK on Etsy too. There's quite a few.
And I also have some West Yorkshire Spinners DK as well, Joe.
Felici from Nitpicks Felici does a worsted self-striping. So if you're doing the worsted sock arm sweater, you could use that.
What West Yorkshire Spinners yarn do you want, Joe?
I actually have 3 balls of 4-ply, so I'm good, thank you. I'm just fibbing.
Okay.
I've got some. I just like to make Pirate feel guilty for never sending me any. I bought some from the UK. I got it mailed to me.
No,
Thank you,
Pirate
Neil.
is under fire right now because of his being on Carrie's stream today, and then he had to, he was
Pirate very nice to help us out. Thanks, Pirate.
Thanks, Pirate.
Yes, thanks, Pirate. Bye.
Speaking of Kerry, I was a guest on Kerry's show the other day, but it's a pre-recorded one because she's going away for 5
I
weeks.
know. She said that. I'm so amazed.
Some point, I don't know when it's going to be on, though. So sometime in 5 weeks.
Oh, wow.
It's about British comedy.
No, it's going to be so good.
Oh, wow.
It's gonna be so
Mustache Yarns donated $7,340 to the Maui recovery from the
that's amazing.
That's great. From the sales of their yarn, where they donated all the proceeds from those skeins, and then they added on an extra. Yeah, because they did a Maui colorway, Hawaii volcanoes, which is if you buy that skein, the money's all donated. So that's very.
British, sorry, Neil, to get back to your British comedy, did you talk about John Cleese and Monty Python?
Absolutely.
Oh, my favorite. Faulty Towers. Aren't they bringing that back? I read somewhere.
Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah.
Wow.
Let's hope
I know.
they don't.
I do know, though, that the Broadway, I think it's Broadway, or I don't know if it's Broadway or West End version of Monty Python, they wanted John Cleese to take out the I want to be a woman scene.
Oh, really?
And he refused. He refused to.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about that scene. Yeah. Oh, and we show all the scenes as well, so we're not just talking about it. We actually show what we're talking about. But there's. Have you ever seen The League of Gentlemen?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't know the comedy. Okay, there's a really dark comedy, British comedy called that. And there's for about 2 episodes, there was a character in there that does blacks his face up. So didn't Kerry find that clip? None of the other clips. That was the clip she found. So it's like, oh, for Christ's sake, Kerry, I'm trying to convince everyone I'm not racist. Don't put that on.
Goodness. Oh my goodness.
Did you talk about Blackadder?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Bean.
We talked about Mr. Bean.
I used to watch that when I was babysitting as a teenager. I would watch that on late Saturday nights because the parents came home at like 3 a.m. And I would watch Saturday Night Live and then Blackadder.
Yeah, if you watch Blackadder now, don't bother watching the first season. Just watch from season 2 onwards. The first season was a bit crap.
Oh, okay. I think I drive like Mr. Bean. I kind of drive like him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Or Mr. Bean.
Faulty Towers. Oh my goodness. Mother and Son. Faulty Towers. Oh, what else? Oh, Mother and Son. Is it Australian? Ruth Cracknell.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, it's Australian with Ruth Cracknell in it.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, my
Wow.
favourite Australian thing is Kath and
Step
Kim.
Cohen. Kath and Kim.
Yeah. I want to be effluent, Mom.
Oh my goodness.
I bet
Oh, my
nobody in
goodness.
Australia likes that show, do they?
It's okay. I mean, it had its time and it was very funny. It was pretty good
We got
general fan
Double Tara.
viewing, PG viewing. Russell
There she is
Coit
again.
was the off-spin of that. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so
That
glad
was
you guys
good.
came today because we
Yeah.
didn't go quite off the rails like we
Really?
did last week.
Oh, you guys were so funny.
We can
You guys were so
stop now.
funny.
Well, the chat participated a lot in that last week with their comments, so
Yeah.
they
I
riled us
enjoyed
up.
going into the
It was
chat
all
for a little
good.
while. and-
We can stop.
No, it was good. I'm looking forward to finishing. Look, I'm nearly finished the hem. I'm nearly there.
Ooh,
Yay! So next week I will have my skeins wound up, balled up, and I'm going to start Exploration Station next week. I'm still knitting Charlotte's jumper as well, that classic sweater from Espace Tricot. So I've still got other things on the needles, but how about I join you next week to cast on my Exploration Station? How does that sound for timing?
This is my
Yeah.
progress.
Yeah. Next week.
Pretty.
Yes.
In DK
Yeah.
and all in Gartha.
I'm okay with
And
that.
Amy hopefully will join me next Monday night as well.
That's right, Amy, if you're listening,
I'm doing it. Yeah.
join in.
Yeah.
I'm doing the smaller size or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to get the sleeves done on my cardigan, and then I can start my Exploration Station. So hopefully I can get those done by Monday next week, and then I'll start my Exploration Station. But we'll see.
Okay.
I think I might do mine on 6mm needles, seeing as I've been using 6mm needles for the last few weeks.
What, with fingering weight?
With DK weight, I'm wondering if it will be too drapey, or should I go down to a 5mm, perhaps a 5.
Is this for your Exploration Station or for your stripy?
Joe,
What do you
your
think?
one, the ranunculus, the gray one, what is that DK weight? Is that
No, it's
DK your
chunky.
ranunculus? Oh, okay, never mind. I was going to say, because if
Chunky.
you like that drape, then use that.
I
But
do. I really do. What do you
go.
think? Any advice for DK to make a drapey shawl? Should I go 5mm or should I go 6mm? Please comment in the chat and I will have a look and I will take your advice on board.
You know what the unpopular answer to that is, don't you?
No?
Swatch.
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 Joe's not swatching.
Swatch.
Swatch is live. Swatch is live.
Never swatch for a shawl. Are you kidding me?
How about this one? We do
Nobody got
hashtag.
time for that.
How about if we
don't
want to do a
swatch
different
for
type of
shawls.
hashtag? We could do Exploration Station. Because
No,
then
thank
we'll
you.
only get art.
No, thank you. Just go Knit Night Podcast, please.
Or
Knit
or
Night
Handmade by Me.
Night
I'm an
podcast.
old
Yes.
lady. I'm an
Okay.
old lady. I'm happy to look at one hashtag
Okay.
and then on the whole page I can see everybody's knits. That would be
Midnight
lovely.
Podcast.
There's no-
All
Okay.
the stuff is on that podcast. Yep.
So anybody, we're
Everything is
starting
there.
next week. Exploration Station.
Yeah.
If you want to join
Oh,
in,
you
please
can
do.
start.
If you don't, that's fine too. You can start early.
Yeah,
We don't do
Yeah,
rules.
you can
we
start
just
early.
I
knit.
did.
no rules.
Yeah, we just knit.
Just
That's pretty.
get your
I love those
stash,
colors.
fluff,
Those
you
are
know,
so
fluff
pretty.
your stash, have
that,
a look, find
Morgan,
some
look
yarns.
at
I know.
those colors, Morgan. I love them,
Yeah.
Morgan.
Some overachieving
Look
there.
at
There
that
you
color.
go.
Look at that.
Good word.
Not like she
yeah,
doesn't
that
have
was nice.
So amazing.
Good work.
I needed a head start.
She has 2 other test
Yeah.
knits going at the same time
You
too, I
do.
think.
You're
So
No, two
Right. No pressure.
two test knits and a crocheted blanket commission that I got from a friend. So
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
I'm in.
Well, my
Yeah.
test knit you can
Listen,
put to one side because you know that's a long-term one, isn't it? You don't have to worry about that one for now.
Look.
I like.
I'm in
I
a.
want to tackle
I'm
it.
in a crochet test. I'm in a crochet
I know.
test right now.
Looks good, Therese. How many
Those
of
are
those
pretty.
do you have to make?
Let me tell you something. When you get past the magic magic loop, magic whatever,
Circle.
it is so
It's a
much
circle
fun.
to cast on. It's
Magic
easy.
circle, yes. But it's
It's
so
easy.
fiddly.
Yeah,
It's so
magic circle's
bullshit.
awesome.
It's just bullshit. But after that, it's
How
so much
many?
fun. But
How many
Oh,
do you have to make? How many?
27.
1,000.
But I did
27,000.
5 today. So I
Give or
did
take a
5
few.
today, not doing anything. It's
give or take 1 or 2
it's so
days,
amazing.
you know.
Yeah,
It's fun.
1,000.
It's
So,
fun. It's so much
Wow,
all
I
right.
can't
I've
even
almost
imagine what it's
finished
going to
my
be.
neckline. I've just got to
What are you
concentrate to join
doing?
it.
Look at that! Oh my
That
This
is
is my
that is really
70s
cool.
crochet jumper that I'm making up as I go.
That is very
No,
cool.
it's
That's
not
amazing.
70s. No, it's
I love
not.
that.
Is it
That's
what?
the
That's
the
very
future.
clever.
I've got to. What I'm
Yeah.
doing here, you probably can't see, but it's going to cross
Okay.
over at the front. So
Mhm.
Yep.
I'm
So
stopping
good.
for now because I need to concentrate on that tomorrow when I get up.
Right, right,
Because
right.
Well, Neil
it's-
needs to go sleep.
So good.
yeah, it's 2:30 in the morning.
I
I
know.
need to go to.
Really,
My 2
you're
girls
so
are
off.
All
coming
right.
out
Thank
here.
you, Neil.
All right.
Thank
Well,
you.
thank you
No,
guys,
thank you for
everybody,
having
for
us.
showing up. Thank you for Tara and
Neil.
Morgan and Neil for coming.
Yeah.
We love you guys. Thank you
It's
so
been
much.
fun.
And
Oh,
Thank you,
and let me know if any of
everyone.
you want to come on my show soon. Just give me a shout.
anytime,
After
anytime you need.
October.
We all will.
Yeah.
What's that, Tara?
After,
That's a
After
non-issue.
October.
Yes.
After October.
yeah, Tara's booked. Literally.
Unfortunately, it's
Tara's
the thing that I
booked.
really
I'm
am
not.
not very
I-
happy
you know.
about doing.
Yeah.
We
Thanks
all
for
Maybe we
will
can
knitting
be
get-
with
on
me.
your show.
Maybe we could get Gary on sometime, Tara, and have a Lord of the Rings episode.
Oh my
Gary.
gosh, I
Oh my God. Are you
absolutely
kidding
love
me?
and adore Gary Beekler. He has a show. If
Quarter
you want
Black. Yeah,
learn
all those
about,
people.
talk about like some conspiracy theory, weird alien stuff, ancient civilizations.
Gary.
He has a show that he does with Quarter Black and Adam Krigler Sunday evenings, Forbidden Frontier on his Nerdrotic Live channel. Yes, I love Gary. He's great.
Okay.
And he's a
Right.
he's great.
Tara.
I love him.
Tara.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I
He's
think
so fun.
I think Tara, I think we can
I love it.
we can
It's great, Joe
access
Bob.
Dave Landau.
Thanks.
Tara.
Really?
I think we can do that.
Well,
Dave
I will
Landau
say when I
is
met Gary
accessible.
and I told him I'm one of Carrie's knitters, instant
Yes.
street cred.
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah. For
We
sure.
love Carrie.
Wow.
Oh, and Carrie's husband Anthony has a new album out. Go check it out. Anthony Music.
Oh, okay.
Is it an
Yep.
instrumental one?
Garcia music.
I believe
is.
so. I
Some
think
of
it is.
it is, but it's mostly instrumental, but there's some solo singing. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot.
All right,
Very
This
good,
is size
actually.
6.
Very good.
Liz, I
Okay.
made size 6 to this one. I forgot to tell you. So it's
Look at
very
that.
roomy. Yeah, it's
Yeah, but
getting
you can
there.
wear-
Look how much- It's huge. I made a big size 6.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can
Good.
throw it over, when you're wearing shirts underneath it and stuff too to layer
Yeah.
to stay warm.
Yeah.
So
Or pull
all
overs.
good.
Okay, guys. Thank you for knitting
right.
with me today.
Thanks,
I've achieved
everybody.
a lot.
Thanks
gonna
for
go.
joining
everybody.
us.
It was so much fun.
That's all I've got.
Please like and subscribe and come back and watch Morgan's podcast and Neil's podcast
All
and
the
Tara's
stuff, yeah.
podcast.
And Neil and everybody's got podcasts, and you all should watch all of them.
Yes.
Yeah, considering there were none. About 2 years ago, there were no podcasts to watch, were there?
Right.
And now
Well,
everyone's got one.
You know.
Timing, Neil, timing,
Yeah,
okay?
no, yeah, no, Neil.
Maybe if we're lucky, we'll get an episode of Murder Knits sometime.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I
Yeah.
hope so. Okay,
I have
guys.
something
Love
else
you.
planned before then, but yeah.
Gotta go.
Bye, Joe. Bye, guys. Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
guys. Thank you.